Going live, going live, going live, going live, and we are live. All right. Morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra special big up shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to my entrepreneurs, my stay at home moms and pops, my retirees. Shout out to the drivers. Shout out to the Uber driver, Lyft driver, truck driver, taxi driver, food delivery drivers, round town and long distance truck drivers. Shout out to the crossing guards and the school teachers. Shout out to law enforcement personnel, medical field personnel, military personnel. Whatever your job description is, shout out to you. Shout out to the chefs in kitchens, secretaries in offices, strippers on poles. Shout out to the AC techs. Shout out to the engineers. Shout out to garbage collectors. Whatever it is you do for a living, shout out to you. Shout out to every single clean hearted, good hearted person who wants good for others as much as you want good for yourself. You're a good person. Shout out to you. Here we are on this beautiful Tuesday morning. Today is the 20th of May 2025, and we're happy to be here for sure. This morning, the chat is closed. That means it is all inclusive, family affair, members only type of morning. Others are free to watch and engage by watching, but they won't be able to comment in the comment section in the chat room unless you have membership to the chat room. However, you can call the phone, and the phone number is listed right there, pinned at the top of the chat. 1-806-587-8953. Call in using WhatsApp. It is free. And then we begin our morning. Great goodies. Thank you for being the first one in this morning, and thank you for your ongoing support. I appreciate you greatly. Rosalind Michael, 35 months strong. Thank you for your support. Thank you for being here. Andrew Skinner, Renegade Sound in the building. Big up yourself. Thank you for being here. Twixie28, thank you for being here. Wayne Nathan is in the building. Sharon Spence is here. Nans is with us this morning. Missy Brom Brom is here. Julie Tapper is in the building. Marilyn Grant is here. Lady J is in the building. Dorothy T is here. Lovely Aneka is in the building with us this morning. Reggae Girl is here. Karen Notice is here. BM is here. Jazzy Lady is here. 5463 all the way from the UK. Lex Bond TV is in the building. Big up yourself, bro. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Julie Tapper, Missy Brom Brom, Nance, thank you for being here. Sharon Spence, thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Lovely Aneka is in the building. Lovely Aneka is my fellow content creator sister. Please go over to Lovely Aneka's content by clicking on her name. She right that's up. She look different from everybody else because hers is in gray and white with a tick because she is verified with this platform. Go over to her channel, subscribe, and share the love. Keep it in the family. Tracy Caravan is in the building with us this morning. Audrey Wright is here. My big up Mr. Bram Bram already, but I got big up again. Dorothy T is here. Thank you for being here this morning. I appreciate you greatly. Lovely Anika said, Lord, the live notification just wake me up. I want to go back on my bed and sleep. Don't go back on your bed and sleep yet. Wait, we're going to need you for this one. Thanks for always showing love, SouFlo. And thank you for always supporting me. I appreciate you greatly. This is the least I can do is show love. I appreciate you greatly. All right. Listen, we have a couple of things to talk about this morning. We're gonna be diving into uh we're gonna dive into the Diddy case from a different angle. It's gonna be this time comparing Diddy's case to the case of to Hugh Hefner, which Hugh Hefner, for those of you young birds who don't know, was the founder and managing director slash owner of Playboy. Remember, he had the Playboy Mansion and he had the Playboy magazine and all these things. So we're going to be comparing Diddy's case to Hugh Hefner as well as comparing his case to Mike Jeffries of Abercrombie and Fitch. Mike Jeffries of Abercrombie and Fitch is the ex-CEO of Abercrombie and Fitch, who himself came down on an indictment, similar accusations, sex trafficking, racketeering charges that Diddy is facing. However, Mike Jeffries was able to secure a $10 million bail and be placed in his mansion on house arrest with a ankle monitor. even though Diddy was not able to secure bail with $50 million cash and a $52 million mansion up, plus offering 24-hour security and all the other things that Mike Jeffries did. So we're going to talk about Diddy's case from a different angle this morning. Plus, there are new things going on, like the list of sex workers, the faces, identity of these men were released to the public, and all these other things. We're going to also talk about Vybz Kartel. Vybz Kartel heading into Trinidad and Tobago on the 31st of this month. I haven't been talking about Kartel lately because I have to do a separate segment for Kartel. Listen, this guy is, Kartel is definitely a workaholic. I can tell. But when somebody is passionate about what they do, you tend to end up looking like a workaholic, right? Like a wise man said, find something that you absolutely love to do. You would do it even if they didn't pay you to do it on a daily basis, and make that something pay you. And then once it starts to pay you lovely, you will never work a day in your life. You'll just wake up every day doing what you absolutely love to do, getting paid a lot to do it, right? So that's like a little niche right there, so to a happy life. Vybz Kartel obviously is in his bag, my friend. There are so many projects, so much that he has done and is doing. I have to do a separate video that is called Keeping Up with Vybz Kartel. I'm working on putting that together right now. That should be released sometime later on today or early tomorrow morning before we even go live. So look out for the Keeping Up with Vybz Kartel video. But before that, though, we have to talk about Kartel going into Trinidad and how the Trinidad Prime Minister has placed restrictions on him coming into Trinidad, and what the Trinidad Prime Minister had to say about Vybz Kartel coming into Trinidad. Then we're going to talk about Tory Lanez and Tory Lanez case, and Megan Thee Stallion and her attorneys responding to the Tory Lanez situation that is going on right now. I want everybody to understand something, right? We were born in Jamaica. Let me walk you through it again, because some people are new. I don't know if I throw my chat pattern like this enough of the time, then people them feel like, say, Jamaica me there, or like I am so Jamaican that I have no interest in what is going on in America, when it is completely not the narrative. I was born in Jamaica. I was raised in the United States of America. I spent most of my life traveling between Jamaica and the United States of America. So I am very much invested in what goes on in American culture, American day-to-day life, whatever is trending in the USA, as well as what's going on in Jamaica and throughout the Caribbean as well. So our platform looks a bit diverse when it comes to topics, because I just wake up in the morning wanting to know what's going on with the Tory Lanez situation, and I see stuff coming from Megan Thee Stallion that I think is valid. And then, of course, I'm invested in Diddy's case like everybody else is. And then Vybz Kartel, I'm a favorite artist, and then him do reggae dancehall music and this, that, and the other. So it's a mix-up, mash-up of who I am actually, right? That's why I name SouFLoTV, because it's SouFlo, me. And Morning Thoughts is my thoughts in the morning. I'm just glad that I have people that I can share it with, right? All right. Come to somebody did say, we are talk about Yankee something for. We don't want to hear nothing about no Yankee something. Chat about Jamaica, man. And I'm like, I don't live in Jamaica, right? I am a Jamaican. I fly the Jamaican flag everywhere I go, and I try my best to represent Jamaica everywhere I go, but I'm not just Jamaican. So, you know, that whole, we are talk about Yankee something for. Like talk about Jamaica, man. I'm trying to bring everybody onto one page. Where do we start? I really want to start with Vybz Kartel and Trinidad, and what the Trinidad Prime Minister had to say about Kartel coming into Trinidad. Are y'all fine with that? Yes, win, Core. You just really can't win, you know? But it's okay. The fun part of it is reintroducing, and you know, new people come along, don't know what's going on, etc. And then so on and so forth. Dorothy T says, yes, you're fine by talk. We starting with Vybz Kartel. Vybz Kartel heading into Trinidad. What the Trinidad Prime Minister has to say. The restrictions has been placed on him. I find this to be a bit shady. This is where I'm going to start. I find this to be a bit shady. Melania is on her way to school sometime soon. So I'm gonna beat around the bush until she come in, does her outfit check, and then we dive into our topic wholeheartedly. Before we even start, right? Let me give you a joke real quick. You know, I went on workout this morning early at the workout place. You know, we're not supposed to say gym, cause man don't go to gym, man go to Kim, right? But I say I went to the workout place early this morning, the gym, and I did my workouts and stuff. And I was laughing, thinking there's a brother at the gym that I go to, who the man lost. So, give you a description of him. He's about 5'9", 5'9" at the highest. And he, when I first saw him a couple of months ago, he was roughly around 400 pounds. Heavy, heavy dude. And you can tell that he started dedicating himself to, you know, when you get to this part in life where you're like, I'm tired. I'm tired of being big. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of that. How else would you explain him being out at 3 o'clock in the morning? Because me wake up 2:30 a morning time, you know, and I'm in the gym by 3 a.m. in the morning, right? When I'm on my stuff, which I've been on for the past 2 months now. Anyway, this brother used to come to the gym with him woman. And you know, his woman was one of those well-shaped woman who looked like uh she was attracted to every man in the gym except for him, the man that she came with. I'm a people person, I watch people, I pay attention, you know. I start laugh this morning because I said to myself, say, blood fire. One thing where we make you lose weight quick is bun, you know. Yes, you get some bun in your ass, boy, you're going to lose weight real fast. Long story short, I see that brother this morning, and the brother slim and trim. I kid you not. And the way how he was on that machine, just a I gave a compliment. I said, man, whatever you're doing, keep doing it because you lost a lot of weight. Did you have surgery or anything like that? He was like, no. Um, you know, some people just look for somebody to talk to. So you say one thing to them and them just start telling them whole life story. I that go on this morning. So the man start telling me whole life story. The woman that he used to come to the gym with actually moved out of his apartment and moved in with our new man. And the new man is a muscle man that is a muscle man that come to the same gym that we go to. So y'all can be so shady and so nasty sometimes, so messy. What you know, I was thinking like of all the places to find somebody to move on with or cheat with and start new relationship with, you did it with somebody who goes to the same gym where you and your man who live together go to. Anyway, that's his story, and the brother is hurt, and me can tell Sam hurt because of the way he is working out. You know, I guess he's tired of being hurt that way. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Hi, so I want to say something to you really quick. You can turn me off the speaker, please?
Off the speaker.
Yeah.
The people, I know the people them are gonna still hear you, you know.
All right.
Yeah, them we still hear you.
All right. You know you have a bowl in your hand with the pepper spray quick so you get some money yesterday.
Yeah.
You could have tell them on Jamaica, you know.
Yes.
Think about it.
Yes, indeed. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But
All
you know,
right.
all right, my friend.
All right.
All right. She talk about pepper spray and the thing that I had. I could sell them in Jamaica, but I'll leave that for somebody else, right? That's something that's open if you're thinking about how to be like how to earn some money and stuff, start a business. Yeah, pepper spray and mace needed in Jamaica. We talked about that yesterday. Back to the story, may I tell you. This brother is hurt, and you can tell say I'm hurt because of the way how he's working out. So I was laughing to myself at somebody else's pain while me I work out this morning, and me I said to myself, say, boy, a hard bun like that will make you lose weight for true enough. Because I'm looking at him, and me I tell you that him look like there's no way he could have lost that much weight that quick. But look at what he's going through behind the scenes, made him lose that weight. I wouldn't come back to that gym though. If she come in to come choose a muscle man over me. But honestly, he looks like one of those guys who always get cheated on. Like, you know, some guys were just really big and they're the first ones to make fat jokes because they think like if I make the fat jokes before anybody else says anything, then I won't be, you know what I mean? Them won't make no fat jokes about me and they'll think I'm comfortable with me being fat. And him look like every woman he ever had probably liked him because he was a nice and giving kind of guy. But they also probably give him bun because he's really not their type. You know how wicked, no fun. No. And that's what I do. When you're there with the man, even though the man is not really your type, you love him niceness, but you don't like him for some reason. You're not really my type. I'm into tall guys, but you're short and you're nice. So me go and deal with you for now. He look like one of them kind of people there, right? So you know, me I laugh this morning, whole morning. I said, boy, if you want to lose weight fast, get bun. Get bun. Yeah. You want to lose weight fast, get bun. You're gonna lose it fast. Although some people have the opposite effect. Them get bun and them just start eat whole heap of food and get fat. Most people though, when them get bun, them start think, what is it about me? Why she give me bun or why him give me bun? So them start firing up themselves again. Right? Them go back to the gym, them start get fit again. Y'all see the videos on online all the time, Instagram and these places. All these women, as soon as them get divorced, them look completely different from how them look when they were married. Right? Fingernail done, toenails done, body snatched, face beat, hair good again, just looking completely different. She's on the market again, my friend. And you know you have to do that to catch somebody new. And then once you get them and you get used to them, then you give them the old you. But this guy when me I talk about look like he been fat like this his whole life. I pray for him. I hope him get through the bun. But sometimes in life some things are necessary. I think that cheat him get, Yasso, was that bun there. It was necessary for him to put himself in check. I'm got dead from heart attack or diabetes or something like that. The brother was really not in good shape to be his size and that wide. You know what I mean? So I hope that motivates him to continue to come to the gym. Don't focus on woman right now. Just focus on yourself. And I'm giving this to all the brothers out there. Don't focus on woman right now. If you don't have it together, nobody focus on woman right now, brother. Go focus on yourself. Cause she will like you because you're nice, but she'll be looking at somebody else. I just saw it go. You know? Where's Adria, the final bun that he can't take it no more. Him said that is it. No more. Gym time. But if you see how him work out, you know, the feverishness with which he works out. The man upon the machine, the elliptical machine, and you know when you do like this, if you hit it too hard, it go blang, blang, blang. But if you work on it like naturally, you don't really hear a person on it. For him, every step, clap, bang, 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 and him just like, hi, pretty. Hi, mommy. She pretty, see? Say hi, everybody. Hi. My gorgeous. I love you. Oh gosh. All right. This is Milani. We have to reintroduce Milani every morning. This is Milani, my beautiful 4-year-old princess Milani, and she is off to school this morning. And we do a segment here that we call Outfit Check, where Milani shows off what outfit it is she's going to be wearing for the day. She shows off her hair and her beautiful face, and then she goes off to school to have a wonderful day. All right. So baby girl is gonna show off
an outfit check.
Outfit check. All right. So outfit check time for the princess. Want to jump up on daddy?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. All right. So today Melania is rocking a what do I call it? Spaghetti strap. A spaghetti strap dress. Yes. Let me see the back. Let them see the back of your dress. This is the back right there. And this is the front right here. And Milani goes to one fancy school up the road there and very secured. And you know I use the word that when we find out who use it but demure. Anyway, I love this dress. It's super hot here. By the way, we got early summer because for the past couple of days it's been 93 to 95 degrees here, which the weather people says feels like 100, and it absolutely feel every bit like 100. So we are hot right here in Florida right now, right? All right. Show them your shoes, mommy. And we got on these shoes, of course, that matches her dress. And you know, pink is all over everything because that's Melania's color and that's her style. And then we have to show them the hair. Show off the pretty hair. Ooh, you go, girl. Show off the other side. Ooh, you go, mommy. Show them this side. There we go. All right. And that beautiful face. All right. Tell the people have a nice day. Say have a nice day, everybody. You see all these hearts for you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Thank you for all those hearts.
Thank you for all those hearts.
Thank you for all those hearts.
Yeah.
All right. Tell them have a nice day.
Have a nice day.
All right. Hey, you go have a nice day. Give me some love.
Mm.
Why are you on the mic?
Yeah. Yeah.
I love you.
Yeah.
Daddy, see you later, okay?
Okay.
All right, mommy.
Can you give me some blue chips?
You want me to bring your blue chips? I will. I'll see you soon.
Yeah.
Go have fun. All right. All right. Here we are. Have a wonderful day, Princess Stacey Ann says. Morning fam, it's cold here in New York City. Oh man, looking like a true princess. Georgette Seeley, thank you. Appreciate that. They don't learn that someone don't love you, they don't. Sonia Brooks says. Yeah, you know, people get used all the time, my friend. Um, that's just how life goes. Shout out to all the people who send up some pink hearts for the princess and your comments. They don't go unnoticed. I appreciate you greatly. Thank you. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Good morning, SouFLo.
Good morning, family. How you doing this morning?
I'm fine.
All right, talk to it.
It look like me late because
No, man, we
anyway,
just start.
point of correction
Mhm.
with the word the more.
Uh-huh.
The first person who said that word was Franched. I can't recall her name, but you have this long time comedy named The Nanny.
Mm.
Yes, she was the first person who used that word the more.
Yeah, I think she's like Italian,
Yes.
Francesca something.
Right, she's
yeah.
the one.
Has she first used it?
Yeah, she's the yeah.
But I who said very mindful, very demure. I who said that? Because the first person me to said that, you know. Yeah. I used to watch the nanny back in the day too. But me not remember that. But the first person I seen that said it recently.
No, but you know, say about a month ago, me I rewatch it, all the old episode them and the era said, and me say, okay. I share first one said.
Yeah, but she never said. Well, all right then. Let me put it like this. I was watching the other day and I said Bob Marley. Bob Marley said it's a tape. Somebody else said wait there. Bob Marley said it's a tape, but he never said Gaza no rape. He just said it's a tape. You see? Somebody else said boy, nothing new under the sun. Yeah. So if you just take your own thing, I'll put your twist to it.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, but that twist when them have to it, but they're very mindful.
Very mindful and very cutesy and cutesy.
And cutesy, and never left that.
Yeah, you can't leave what them part there and just say the more.
All right then.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, we are gonna leave out that part, the cutesy and the demure part and the mindful part, cause the person when me see will bring that forward. Me I said to myself, so when then plan, I hold this take off stuff. Why everybody's saying this? And then I think wifey said, you don't know where it comes from. I said no, cause something me not pay attention to. She said, you really don't know where it comes from. I said no. She said check this out. I'm Mr. Ross. Okay, so I know my kind of slang that neither, cause I'm just a stay out the way and in my own lane. Not against nobody, I just know my kind of slang still. But I see everybody using it. I even seen the Prime Minister of Jamaica use it. I see Vybz Kartel use it. I'm just not using it. That's all. All right. Cartel in Trinidad. Here we go. Oh, somebody said, boy, I hope these people realize when somebody don't love them and all that. Listen, life is rough enough. Before we go into the cartel thing, life is rough enough. Everybody get used at some point. A wise man said, that everybody wants to be used. Because if you don't have no use and nobody can use you, you are useless, right? And nobody wants to be useless. People just don't want to be abused. You know what I mean? They want to be used. They want to have a use and a purpose to somebody, but they just don't want to be abused. And a lot of people get abused while being used, and that's where the hurtful part is. Sometimes you just can't help it, my friend, because people are super deceptive. And when them see you and them see something you have they want, they will start to fix up how they're gonna get it from you, and they're so good at it. You over the things say you in love, all these things only as long as they're getting what they want, right? So I hope that brother that from my gym, I hope he continues though. Me feel like him have surgery because there's no way you could have lose all that the weight that's so fast. But he's been at it. He's been at it, and it's been a while. So I hope he continues that. Cause something bad happened, but make something good out of it, right? Them left him. It's shameful because it happened with somebody from the same. I want muscle man from the same gym too. You know, I'm telling you, the guy that she left with him for. If you see him at the gym, that man there, he leg them big like my whole body, like one of them muscle man there, where could have muscle up the magazine muscle. Yeah, but you know, and I saw it the whole time because I'm a people watcher. I saw it the whole time. Every time she came in the gym with him, me not watch the people them per se like me want him woman. I just observe people and where their eyes go and who them smile with and look like them could have wink or flirt with while their significant others across the room doing something else or whatever. And sure enough, that's exactly what happened. And one of them she left him with. So hey, too bad him couldn't see it. Too bad he couldn't see it, and I didn't know him enough to tell him nothing about it neither. Plus, we never know she'd have take it that far, and it end up being that for him. Anyway, the bad thing in life is that that happened and him little heart get broke. But the good thing is it will whip him right into shape, and his health will be much better now. All right, I saw Papa Sean. Sean, I say I saw Papa. It's okay. The man where she left with, the man who she left with, I take too much steroids. Him will soon the steroids one, the steroids, the soon run up. I swear to God, him look like him up on steroids. No kidding. He's huge. He's friggin' huge. He's one of the huge, the biggest guys that go to that place. But I know that hurt the man the feelings because the way how him fat, right? Nothing against some of fat people, but the way how him fat, cause I'm a little bit fat too, but the way how him fat, and then to see her go like the complete opposite. I know it hurts his feelings, but he'll be all right. Sometimes God removes certain things and people out of your way so that room could be made for better, for who you are supposed to be with. And lesson of the day is better does not mean look better. Because you know, every time people break up with people, they're like, let me go show off my new man. And my new man look better than my old man. And he looked better than. And my new girl look better than. And a better looking do it, you know. It's not better looking do it. People be going for better looking. It's not better looking do it. When I say better, I talk about a better suited person for you, right? A better person with a better personality is what I talk about. Someone who is more loving and caring and more genuine and more nurturing and more all them things that and that make a better person. Not because them look better or them drive a better car or them have more money. And that the better me I talk about because that ain't gonna last either. All right. You were 80 to get 20. I saw it go. I saw it go. But that 20 be looking like 100 until it's revealed that you know you really gave away your 80 to get a 20. She went from one extreme of man to the complete opposite. Yeah, and that's very telling. Marie's message 411 TV is in the house. Please share the love as well with Anika, lovely Anika, and with Marie's message 411 TV, my other fellow content creator sister Jerome Daya. Flo, what you mean by your little but fat? Me little bit fat to man. Me feel like me dep on the little fat, the fat side, right? But me little fat, me no big fat. All right, your vocabulary don't know other way to explain. No, Jerome, me not have no other way to explain. Me have little fat for me. But I think my little fat is all right, you know. Even though sometimes I'm overly self-conscious about it. But You know this world won't even allow you to age in peace. Me put up one video the other day, me hear somebody say, SouFLo have titty now. Why you did that? Why you do that? Eh? SouFLo have titty now. Wow. So now I'm super self-conscious, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm like, now I'm up online, I look for the shirt them, because them have man brassiere now. I'm up online, I look for the shirt them, I see if I can press out my titty them when time I put on t-shirt and all these things. You know, them just have you feel a way about yourself, like, I can't age in peace. I can't put on one little extra weight. I can't, everything you have to be like, you got to still look like you're 24. You got to still move like you're 24. You have to still ring out your back and throw a hood like you're 24. You have to still, them have a pill for that. And when the pill don't work, them want surgery feet. And when the surgery don't work, them send you down a counselor feet. And like, can we just age in peace, please? Can we just age in peace? You know, at my age, I'm not supposed to be doing what 24-year-olds do. At my age, I'm not supposed to be capable. I'm not even supposed to be looking like how they look. I just the natural progression of life and aging. But this society will not allow you to age in rotted peace, boy. I feel sorry for women them with the long breasts them because we are talking about me. Why SouFLo and titty? One to the woman them with the long slippers breast them. You have to some long slippers breast that look like them. Hang on, we guess to almost reach down and then waist. I hold the deal with them, they have to pick them up and throw them over your shoulder. I know when the ex-man see you know, like you ain't seen your ex in like 20, 30 years, because it's like your high school sweetheart, but you know, really big people now. And they must say, Lord fire dog. Joyce that you know when we used to go high school with. Yo, remember when Fiat to them did little, you know, like me could have fit the whole of one eye in my mouth, you know. Bumbo, our breast them down our waist, daddy. Yo, that's how I feel. How I feel. We aging in peace here. We aging in peace. So don't leave me alone. So when you see me out the road and me look lopsided, just know say I'm being natural. Cause we can't go get the stuff for everybody else are getting now. We can't go get chest, fat, suck out, and ab edging and all these things. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Morning, so how are you doing this morning?
Good, my brother. How you doing?
I'm alright. Yo, the long breast thing, them are killing me.
Yeah, them can throw it over their shoulder.
It was, you know, say yesterday I go on Facebook and I see somebody post a picture, you know, celebrating 17 years old. And I said they comment them a killer because they breast them flat out in the floor. God, weird in a belly button, you know, man. I said the comment section, they can't bear to, they're not even talking about if she's beautiful,
Nothing.
if she's pretty. I just in long breast them, everybody they beat her about.
People feel love people, man. Everybody have a different body type, man. And that's what make us beautiful. You know them in this one size fits all thing. Like the big broad woman we did that tell me about. Just remember, SouFLo, ladies like small waist and broad back and big shoulders. I'm gonna look on PR account and she herself broad like any linebacker in the NFL. I mean like bullfrog built broad, right? But she over there tell me about what woman like. I'm like, you know, I'm not letting me not make nobody pressure me, bro, into looking like how them think fantasy of what man's supposed to look like. Me look how me look. Me have
So
what
you don't
me
believe
have
in,
what me have.
you know want to run the marathon?
No, me don't want to run no marathon at all. My grandfather lived till him was 97. He never run no marathon. And my grandmother was 96. She never run none neither. So no, me not running no marathon. I'm doing all the things that they did. Because I want to reach around that age group there.
Oh, you know that though. Like me always tell people said certain things me not gonna do because me never learn it in school. And me never grow up and see my mother and father they do it. So fine dining in the bedroom, I'll never take part in that.
Yeah. Well, we don't know what them doing in them bedrooms, so that's different. But we know we know what them eat on a daily basis as far as food consumption and them lifestyle. And that's what I talk about. We're not talking about we go in the bedroom. Yeah, my grandparents them are holy people, so that not in a conversation to me. You know, so I feel like so them did stop like long time ago. Cause I just don't want to think about that. Stop.
You feel so?
Yeah, no, me I gotta make myself feel so, cause me don't want to think about that. Miss Ruby and Mas Clevey, them reverted back to virginity, and them just never do it again. They only did it for the purpose of creating their children, and it did stop there. So, me don't want to have them conversation.
But you can fake it until you make it. You know, just
immaculate conception. Yeah.
Energize a button. I remember you have longevity, you know, and we have seen if LeBron James doing something where the average person at that age of 40 not do. So we can do it.
LeBron a super athlete, brother. Them juke him up with all kind of steroids and all kind of something to patch him up and keep him going like the way he is. That's not natural. That's not natural.
You're a man.
That is not natural, brother.
But I believe that, you know, whenever the kids have holiday and they went away, you can lock down for the weekend, you and Shakira, and a marathon this weekend.
Yeah, man, that is different, but my kids them not gonna know because they are here and them little. So that is that.
well, big up yourself anyway. Be nice chat.
All right, my brother. Manners.
All right.
Yeah, me know I hear nothing about my grandparents. Them them nothing of them something there. Miss Ruby read our Bible daily, Mas Clevey sing hymns. Yeah, and that's it. Somebody say I done this on the fountain of youth is Charotted. Lovely Aleka said me big fat. Listen, the whole way have different body shape here. Some buduf buff, some kukum, and some are in between, and that is that. We have to go remember when they used to call people buduf buff and kukum. Jamaican people are normal enough. People call you buduf buff and think that that's supposed to be something affectionate. Yeah? And kukum. You remember that? Yeah, she buduf buff. Like who would have think said that? Who would have think that that sounds sexy or that sound? I just like I know we used to why next word again? Mumpy. Yeah. Mumpy. That not sound sexy neither. Anyway, yeah, man. Let's get into the Vybz Kartel going to Trinidad situation. So, the leader, Mumpy size. Fluffy. How that sound good to you? Fluffy. Fluffy. You're fluffy. Fluffy kind of remind me of one pillow. You ever see pillow like you wash them and then the pillow just come out frig up and you can't get the pillow to go back to how the pillow did stay. It does lumpy. And that's fluffy remind me of the word fluffy. So, but Jamaicans will make anything sound sexy, I guess. Oh, it's a soft cloud, Audrey. Oh, okay, all right. All right. It's a soft cloud. Why, mommy, you look fluffy, you know. Soft cloud. Nice landing. Yeah, I want to land on you for real. And these kind of things. Yeah. My size, yeah, I work with, you know, mama. And that me fi tell you, I'm in your life, you know. For real. Yeah, man. Jamaicans wonder what I talk about. I'm in your life, you know, for real. Yeah, man, I'm fi be your every day, everything. You see me, I say. And y'all be falling for it too. Wanna fall for it too. My fatty. Me have one with body like memory foam mattress. Area, Chris I have one with body like a memory foam mattress. You're not left this one then, Chris. If it's like a memory foam mattress, you are not leaving there, brother. Because memory foam mattress just fold your back right into your comfort zone, right? Which part you like, wherever you like laying, you know. Memory foam mattress just carve that and left it there. So every time you left, it just go back flat. And as soon as you reach back, it does farm right back to how you feel comfortable. If she's like a memory foam mattress, you ain't leaving. Me love my fatty. Pipe on the bottom. Me love my. When I brother they gone, him should I give you some more of them song there, you know. All when they pum pum bigger than my body. Make us beat it up till it's sunny. Yo, the one. Yo, who can't take it? Who can't take them something there? Like that is sexy. And the woman them all one time, the foreign woman them gonna go Jamaica. And the man them a talk about, yo, big girl, come here now. My size, that enough fatty. You want to them? They're like, oh my God, nobody talks to me like that in New York. Oh shit, girl. He wants me. He said I'm his size. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Morning, SouFLo.
Morning, family. What go on?
The song coming on the head of the start.
Me love my, me love my fatty. Pipe on the bottom. Me love my. The ones that me just beat it up till it's sunny.
Okay, we are going back to that.
All right. Stop, all right. All when the pum pum bigger than my body. Yo, me love my fatty. I want to see the fat girl them for them anthem that it stay there. One thing about we do, you know, Jamaica. One thing about we don't have no time. Me not talk about me, but I'm saying we, as in we don't have no time. Jamaican man, more time now walk with Shakira over there in Jamaica, right? Like, what time we see one woman on the beach? It's a white woman on the beach. I hear me to wife, you know. Cause you know, me like it seven things. I think me say, boy, babe, she look like garland. You know the crane them, the bird them that's called crane. In Florida here, we have enough of them where like they will walk out in traffic and people stop for them pass and thing, right? Me say that woman they look like a wet crane. Or she look like when rain storm hit garland. Can you ever see garland bird them when they get wet up in the rain? The white woman look just like that. Me I tell you, she have on one G-string and the G-string baggy. Me never see nobody in a baggy G-string before. So I'm on the beach. Me I telling you, me a people watcher. So me up on the beach. We up on the beach and we watch people and we laugh, right? In I like the flamingo. In come the ratted Jamaican boy them and they're in groups. They're like in a group and young too, you know. And them like in a group about 3 or 4. I hear them, hey, beautiful, hey, sexy. I'm gonna say, yo, them you tell wicked the blood has skirt, hey, beautiful, weird. Them me I look for who else them I talk to, cause couldn't this woman. The lady hunch like this, she maga as hell, she have on a G-string and the G-string catches a swing. Like it I never seen a baggy G-string yet. Like if she open her legs, you would have seen whole her ton. The crutches that the G-string was swinging. And the brother them a walk behind the woman and talk about, hey, beautiful. Hey, beautiful, gorgeous. Hey, come here, man, talk to you for a minute now. Can I get a moment of your time? Yeah, me I say, man, no move, no blood, no skirt, man. They're wicked enough. And that's why the woman they love go to Jamaica, you know, because when time them go home, nobody don't talk to them, you know. Not even the ugliest man in a them area don't see them. So when them reach Jamaica, every 2 steps is up. Hey, hi, beautiful, hey, gorgeous. Miss World. Blow up them head in a Miss World. Miss World. Jamaican man, wicked and rotted. Miss World. You know? Miss World. God, you're gorgeous. What them say? Corny ass lines. Oh, you must be an angel that fell from heaven. And I'm like, oh my God, these lines are so friggin' corny. But you know, it help boost up the woman them self-esteem. Babe, oh, you come back so quick. Eh? Julie Topper, I have to pull over to last. Sponsorship, them one. King Biggs. Them one look at green card. No, things change. Things change a yard. Them youth are now look no green card. Them youth here are look this sponsorship, yes. Life is so nice in Jamaica, right? That a lot of them don't want to come to the US or to Canada or anywhere else anymore. Them want so Them want a boopsie babe. So listen, let me tell you something, right? If you can work it out to where you have one Canadian, well, don't make them meet each other doing up. So you're gonna keep one on one course and one on the next course. So you're gonna have your Canadian and then you're gonna have your US woman, and they both look after you. And when they come to Jamaica, you give them your undivided attention exclusively. Carry them go all of the parts and places where, you know, off the beaten path. They're like, oh my God, this is so nice. You have them way in the hills of Clarendon. I slide pan them body go down some little dirt road. So them dirty up and mucky by the time them reach. Them happy, you know? Them happy. They're like, geez, this is a private waterfall. Yeah, I say yes for me and you, babes. And them kind of thing that they go back and tell people, I've been to parts of Jamaica that none of you have been. And them thing that make them feel adventurous and, you know, well taken care of or something. Make two maca joke them when them a walk through bush and them something that, yeah, run and top run and go on like you're frightened and afraid. Keep it adventurous for them. When them reach home, them send down the barrel. Every couple of weeks, every 2 weeks, them send in a little money for you. A little 200 US here and there. And that's all the youth them want. Them don't want to go to foreign, we don't know more. So they can stay there and talk about visa and fly out. Enough of them don't want to fly out. They want you to come to Jamaica so them can rinse you out. And when them don't rinse you out, them send you go back to your yard and then somebody else come. They know you can't afford to be there every couple of months. So they get to rotate them out. But if them come up foreign with you, they're going to have to commit to you, man. I know I'm stuck with one girl. This is not my thing. Now I'm stuck with this one girl. I know I feel like the OR because she can't come up foreign. She can go on like she own me, have me locked up in a house, have me up a one cold place I Canada up there. So they're like, no, I want to go back to Jamaica. So and that's a go on. It's different times, different times. Yeah. Boops them want. Come, make we name you out, pause. And then send you go back which part, and then send you go back which part you come from, and make somebody else take your place. We will see you every 6 to 8 months. What if you don't have no money? Because you know a lot of these tourists are like broke. They are. They're broke. Them save a lot just to be able to do that Jamaica vacation. That's why you see them once a year. The one them we can afford to go to Jamaica 3, 4, 5 times a year, different story, few and far in between. But the one them we can actually afford to maintain man a yard, are the ones them that try to catch man a yard and thing. Them broke, them can't come down that often. So the man then naturally have others. I fill the void until you return again. Remember, you know, you have to send back money when you reach a foreign. You know? You have to send back money. So I'm not going to feel appreciated here on the island. So I'll just grab somebody else and show them all this adventure. Unless you want me waiting for you, honey. And if you want me waiting for you, babes, I'm waiting for you, but you have to go help me out. I need some help, cause life rough down here. He might tell you life rough down there. I beach him there today. Beach party tonight. Club tomorrow night. Beach again the next day. You a bata go work Monday to Friday, Saturday and Sunday. Yeah, it's a different thing. Them come tax time. Yeah, them come tax time and them kind of something then. Why would want to stir up the pot? Says just asking for a friend. You have me so tired. You have been running on all week. Yeah, you have me so tired, babe. You know, you have me running around. What? You've been running around my mind all week or some. I don't know about them corny line, but for some reason they work. You ever sit beside a Jamaican man and just listen to him try lyrics at woman? Those lines are like from the 80s when we were kids. But them still fall for them in a 2025, same way. Boy, Crystal G said, why I tell the people them secrets, a lot of man mad with you right now. They don't care. And the woman them don't care neither. Them not care. She like, you can say anything you want to say, SouFlo. I'm still heading to Jamaica. Because what I get when I'm there, I just can't get it where I'm at in Canada. Or I just can't get it where I'm at in the UK. Or I just can't get it where I'm at in them gone same way. They come in like this. It's just like us when the news says, well, Jamaica has had 1,347 murders for the year. Here the whole of we. When you are go down, because I just booked my ticket last night, you know. Yeah, me I go there for about 2 weeks. Which one I go there? Me I there in the St. Ann area. Where I go there? You are saying me I there in the Watchy area too. So we can link up, man. And nobody is like, oh my God, they're killing people. We're not going. I see them where them stay too. They know what's going on. They know what time it is. They know they have to pay to play. Nothing in life is free. Them no business. All when the lyrics corny, them still work, King Big. The corniest set of lyrics ever. I see them now, oh, I'm just melting. Melt right out of them drawers. I see one young lady, she's pretty young. She look about, I think she said she had 21 or something like that, or 23, something like that, from Canada. Post a little youth. One little boy. Not even baby, one little boy. Because a baby they look like him about 2 years old or so. 3 years old. I don't know if she hasn't been able to go back to Jamaica since. But she posted a video that said, the guy that I had a short fling with while I was in Jamaica, like she said, while I was in Jamaica in 2021, you have a family here in Canada. Post the boy picture where she did have the fling with in a Jamaica. I'll post the babe, the little boy, the picnic. Me I tell you, say the little picnic look dead stamp by him. Me just left one comment on there and say, you're gone a foreign now, me G. Cause that's all. Yo, mom already made family now. Now you just show up at embassy and say, yeah, I have to be around to raise my children, you know, take care of my kids. This is my first youth. She a look for him because she actually want to marry him. Carry him go to Canada with her. Wait till she find out say one of the one them that don't want to leave Jamaica though. Then we have a next problem. And him no want you move down here neither. Cause you come now come stress me. Yeah, where you going? Who you going with? Who is that you was talking to when you're coming back? You don't want that neither. So you can stay you can stay over there. So me come visit you and go back a yard. Yeah. Yo, life record. Big up yourself. Life record for SouFLo. Did you know that you benefit to all Jamaicans who come to the US early? Explain to me, brother, how? Come cramp the man style, not true? You wanna get ready for go out here talk, but where are you going? Why are you always going out? Listen, in Jamaica, we're super social. All right, we are super social people. Something that going out the road, somebody will find something for go, somewhere for go. She gonna come there with your foreign style. Why you always going out? Jeez, where you going? Who's that you were talking to? Why you always talking to people? Why you have so many friends? Why you have so many girlfriends? You can't talk to nobody. You have to do which part she wants you for that. That man don't want to go foreign either. I haven't seen her reply. I haven't seen her post another update saying she found him or anything. She was asking people to help her find him. My boy good lay seat and scroll past it. So he good lay seat and scroll past it. So same way. When me ready. When me not ready now. Well, youth, if I hear a baby that for real and she wants to do all that, then I don't know if to tell you. One bag of questions. Here one. I could talk about Kartel a little bit. See, so Vybz Kartel is on his way to Trinidad. His big Trinidad show is supposed to be the 31st of this month. Trinidad and Tobago Honorable Kamla Soshila Persad Besesar, a social name. She spoke on the upcoming visit. This is the leader of Trinidad and Tobago, or them Prime Minister, the Right Honorable Kamla Soshila Persad Besesar. She spoke on Kartel's upcoming visit to the country, detailing the do's and the don'ts. Shout out to Yardai. Detailing the do's and the don'ts of Vybz Kartel entering her country and what he's supposed to not be doing and to be doing while he is there. Let me put out this first before we go any further, just so nobody is confused. Because we have people in Trinidad who watch too. Vybz Kartel will 100% be there. He already put a video out himself that said it was the promoter's idea who ran ahead of him and wanted to fill his itinerary with things to do while he was on the island. So the promoter did want him to go do a couple of radio spots and speak to some people and XYZ leading up to the show. But that's not what he had planned. He's coming there specifically for the concert, and he will be there to shell down Trinidad because he hasn't seen y'all in a while, specifically for that concert, and it's going to be great. So I don't want anybody leaving here thinking his Trinity concert is canceled or anything, because it's not. All right. So, but him have a whole heap of restrictions on him. Here the lady now. She noted that she urged the Minister of Defense, Wayne Sturge, to restrict Vybz Kartel from talking to the media and from interacting with the children of the country ahead of his highly anticipated May 31st concert. That no sound a way to. You have a big artist like this. Kartel don't have to prove to Uno again, say him big. Right? If you saw what happened in New York the other day, and if you see what just happened in Florida the other night, but I believe the 16th or the 17th it was, a few days ago. Why this? SouFLo, you're an ambassador for Jamaica, speaking the real. Okay. Now I get it, my friend. Like Life Record, big up yourself. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. See? And yes, indeed, my brother, we are that. We are that. Back to this lady now in Trinidad. She is saying, not this lady, this is the Trinidad's Prime Minister. She is saying she does not want, she has urged their Minister of Defense, Wayne Sturge, to restrict Vybz Kartel from talking to the media and from interacting with the children of the country ahead of his highly anticipated May 31st concert. Don't talk to the children and do not speak to our media. That is weird. If you have a big concert like this, the ideal thing to do is to get to Trinidad ahead of your concert, is to be seen in Trinidad. So it start build up a momentum, you know. All people who never buy ticket yet, all people who are saying, having doubts, he probably ain't coming, you know, he ain't gonna come, you know, they do the Jamaican, they just be stopping them at the airport, just be turning them back. What if you can't get a visa? What when they see you, they're like, Ross, I buy my ticket today, but I just see Vybz Kartel long he in Trinidad right now, you know. That's what he's supposed to be doing. He's supposed to be there doing a press run, right? Him have many new projects out as well. Hasn't been to Trinidad in God knows how long. This would be the time. Talk to some radio hosts, you know, dep on the Trinidad radio. People are calling, while up the scene, have fun with the people, them see you at the show tomorrow night, etc. She cut out the whole of that, my friend. She said she don't want him chat on them radio, and she don't want him talking to the children of the country. Remember, you know, Kartel changed completely, you know. Now, in Vybz Kartel's defense, Vybz Kartel never chat foolishness to Pickney yet. If you go back and watch his old interviews, Kartel always talk about make your parents proud. Him always talk about take your education. Him always talk about leave grown people stuff for grown people. Him always talk about all these other things, right? Now, he has even doubled down more. Because now, Vybz Kartel are leading prior. This is the evolution of a man that we're watching, right? The man are leading prior. For those who are in doubt, the man outright has said, Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior. The man is telling the youth, don't make nobody full up your head of foolishness. Don't make nobody give you no gun. Don't make nobody tell you to do nothing wrong, this, that, and the other. So why wouldn't you want him to speak to the children of the country? Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Morning.
Morning, family.
It's a publicity stunt from the government to making tourism coming here as well.
Huh?
Because if
wait. Maybe it's a publicity stunt from the government?
Yeah.
How?
They don't talk to the media because if they do have, they must be there. So and if they do, they can't stop him from going on register unless they don't want invite him or interview him.
No man, they
Because
can
freedom of
them can't stop you. Them can't stop him. Them can't stop him.
But
They can
the
definitely stop
new
him.
TV is social media. So once he landed at the airport, you don't see every school what YouTuber and people live interview because people not even listen to watch news like that or some interview.
All
They
right.
go to YouTubers.
Your phone always kind of muffly, so me have to
I don't know
translate.
why.
You know, have it on speaker.
No, me not. Let me take care of the Wi-Fi and put it on my data. Is it better?
You have it on Bluetooth.
No, I don't have it. Sometimes I know I make it close to the other phone, but it's all the way down. I don't know why.
All right.
All right.
Me want the people them to hear what you say. Because you assess this could be a stunt by their government.
Yes.
But
So I'm
what would
saying,
be the benefit of that stunt? Because if them sabotage that concert, you know, and it don't go good, they're hurting Trinidadian promoters and the people them, you know?
So it lead to the promoters then suing the government back.
Yeah, but why
Because
hurt
they
your
would
own
say
people
no
then?
other artists come to Trinidad. I don't know that. So it was single-handed set up and to say, okay, make this concert fail. So they have the point of saying, we sue you. But at the same time, now they saying that on national media, everybody's hearing that it's coming. So they're going to turn off too.
Yeah, me no know. I don't see it. Because just like I said earlier, right? They know that Jamaicans are known for getting turned back at Trinidad airport. So when a big artist don't show up prior to an event, and the only time you're gonna see him is when him actually land on that stage, a lot of people have doubts if they're supposed to buy tickets in advance. People will say, you know what? I don't think they're going to give him a pass to come. You know, I ain't buying my ticket for all that money. Next thing I can get a refund. They could sabotage that concert like that. But Cartel already put out him. You said one thing that is real though. You said that the new radio is social media. So him can handle it from that angle where he did put out a video speaking to his fans in Trinidad saying, yo, you know, this is how I go on, but trust and believe we will be there. Shall we come, shell down the place because I haven't seen y'all in a while. So we're gonna have a time, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I don't follow him, but at the same time, me still put it out. I'm watching, okay, this is what's going on.
Mrs. said,
So,
all right, I get it. I get it. All right. Missy Bram said we cancel the concert and flop them. No, cause then his Trini audience are gonna suffer because of that. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
It's me again, SouFLo.
Yeah, family.
So when me surmise
Mm-hmm.
is that Trinidad want to benefit economically from him,
but
they
don't want
want
him
to limit his influence.
Mm-hmm.
And that me surmise.
But them want to limit him influence.
Yeah.
They are so scared. They're because for this lady to say, I do not want him to speak to the children.
Intimidating.
Right. Right. Because she said, I don't want him to speak to the children and I don't want him to speak to our media.
His influence scares some people.
What do they think is gonna happen? Like what could happen?
When they introduce the internet and Wi-Fi to the world, the little picnic them where them are trying, say them are protect, already know all them things there and more.
Right. And he can reach them without going through them.
Without even going there.
Right.
The little picnic them where them say them are try shield. The kids them probably know everyone I sung them already.
Exactly. Exactly.
Now go back in the chat.
All right, my friend. Hey, Life Record, big up yourself. I appreciate you greatly, man. Life Record says, big up Florida. I've been there many times, but I'm from Queens, New York, Jamaica, Queens to be exact. Well, you know, Brooklyn are my place, so I did there for a while. Didn't really venture out into the Queens. It kind of looked very suburban, but me here say Queens have them ghetto too. I don't really know. But big up yourself, same way, Life Record. Audrey said she can't do that because the picnic them not belong to her. Boy, you know how the Caribbean run already, you know? We have our own thing going on. Mr. Bram says, him coming on stage, where are the children at that time? Children are all over TikTok. They are so out of touch. Absolutely out of touch. So in a speech, the Prime Minister stated, she said, quote unquote, she don't want him talking to the children of the country and she does not want him on their media. And if you walk around the country today, then yes, express yourself, but not at the risk of our children. And that is one of the restrictions. I said no. I would not let him talk to our children and do TV shows. So it's balancing, not an absolute right. There is no absolute freedom. I'm not lying, I'm not be disrespectful. She sound like a dunce too. Trinidad, I love Trinidadian people. You are my brothers and sisters. May I talk specifically to your Prime Minister there? She sound like a dunce. She sound very dunce. Now, let me read it again, word for word. She said she don't want him talking to the media and don't want him interacting with the children of the country. In a speech, she stated, and if you walk around the country today, then yes, express yourself, but not at the risk of our children. And this is one of the restrictions. I said no. I will not let him talk to our children and do TV shows. So it's balancing. Not an absolute right. There is no absolute freedom. The hell? On the other hand, the Minister of Defense was questioned about the possible backlash from Jamaica on the heels of this restriction. And he stated and said, we are not fearful of any backlash. That is the first thing. Several of our neighbors have the same legislative provisions, which their respective ministers have exercised in some instances to refuse entry to some Trinidadian artists. So there is no backlash because it's a discretion that they can exercise. I'm not aware of any Trinidadian entertainers of big names trying to enter Jamaica and they are being turned back. I'm not aware of any rejection by Jamaica. Not saying it never happened. I say I'm not aware. When asked if he fears any backlash from Jamaica and Jamaicans, he says we are not fearful of any backlash, and that is the first thing. That sounds like a suck, your mother. That's what that sounds like. We're not afraid. We're not afraid of nobody. Not afraid of nobody. That's what it sounds like to be, you know. Days ago now, after the news about his limitations surfaced, Vybz Kartel took to social media to blame the event's promoter for wanting to fill his itinerary with adventurous or endeavors that do not involve the show itself. As a result, Kartel stated that he has no problems with the restrictions, and rightfully so. You know, the man are trying to navigate this thing skillfully, intelligently, so the best thing you can do is not say anything bad about them, right? So you're like, listen, whatever restrictions they put in place, I'm playing right along with the restrictions. You got to understand this too. Vybz Kartel is swimming in money. So money is not the problem. So he's not like a desperate artist where he might be like, geez, man, them knock off my Trinidad show, brother. I mean, I go eat a piece of food, you know. I mean, really need that money there, you know. I think he's more doing it for the experience for his Trinidadian audience because he has a huge following in Trinidad. So he's doing it for them, right? So he's like, hey, she's the boss. She had a big lady. For that, she said, that's where I work with, right? We don't have no problem with it. It wasn't me. It was the promoter. The promoter was trying to fill my itinerary with endeavors that had nothing to do with the actual show. Whatever restrictions are in place, I submit to those restrictions respectfully. Trinidad, you know we are going to turn over the place. The concert is going to be phenomenal. That's about it, right? In and out, just like that. And I can't. This is being smart. This is being smart because the worst thing you want to happen is you let your ego lead and you end up saying, yo, F that woman there, you know, and blah, 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 and go along and this, that, and the other. And then at the last minute, she goes, you know what? Behind closed doors, I don't give a damn. Cancel that Ross concert. It is canceled. And she called the people them and tell them, stop him at the airport. He's not allowed to enter the country. Because them can do that too. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning. Hello. You're gone. All right, my friend. Where's the Georgia? Float on Trini. Yo, Krista, me I telling us at one point I just Beer Trini me used to hang around. When I was living in the UK, Beer Trini me used to hang around. When I was living in New York, Beer Trini me used to hang around. I used to be around Trini so much. One time I couldn't talk patois like this. I used to sound like this. Now I'm telling you. People used to be like, I was a big buck, and the Jamaicans them used to be like, brother, you're Jamaican or you're Trinidadian. Or which one? And I said, no man, me a yard man. And them say, yeah, yardy. So you talk so. Like one of your parents at Trinidad or something, I said, no. You live at Trinidad for a while, I said, no. They was like, so you we shot your patois there. And I said, boy, I threw me there on them long, you know. That's that. Tell me something isn't one artist, Trini artist got the key for the city of Kingston. Tell me something isn't one of the Trini artists them got the key for the city of Kingston. Who was that? Marshall? Was it Marshall? Boy, whatever spookism they have surrounding Vybz Kartel's name and image, apparently it is doing wonders to the Prime Minister of Trinidad because she is super fearful. She's like, I don't want him on our media, I don't want him radio or TV, and I don't want him speaking to the children of the country. Like, what's the worst he can say? Stay in school, obey your parents, find what you love to do in life and work at it and be successful. What is Marshall? Yeah, man, Marshall a boss, man. Crystal G says, I think that they're trying to sabotage his rum business. Because if he can't enter, then rotted. Yo. You have an angle. See, that's why I love my audience right here. I wasn't thinking about that. I wasn't thinking about the straight vibes rum. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
SouFLo, my brother.
Yes, King. What go on?
But there, man, phone I talk, man. That's why I called jump a while ago, you know.
Okay, me see it. Talk to me.
But this thing with what the Trinidad Prime Minister said, it just sounds crazy to me.
Yeah, she don't want him on radio, up on TV. Don't speak to the kids.
Don't know no entertainer of show in a foreign country. Where when you're going to the country, especially a big show like that, I get to understand it's a big show.
It's a big show.
See, you can't go do no press run. That's a apartheid thing.
Exactly.
So how you feel saying you don't want me on the radio, you don't want me on the TV, you don't want me on the stage?
So by her means then, I'm supposed to just fly into the country, go straight to the stage, do him show, and left.
Yes. No, somebody just said something a while ago about the rum.
The rum. I wasn't thinking about that.
No, straight vibes. You see what I'm going with straight vibes right now. No, Trinidad have one rum over there called El Dorado. I think I feel them big rum there.
Just like how we have the Ray and Nephew.
Ray and Nephew, yeah.
Yeah. And straight vibes, don't give Ray and Nephew a road to be money.
that can be a problem
Mm.
to the who's who and you know that certain level.
Yes.
So this it is not so it don't make no sense.
It don't make no sense, brother. It don't make no sense.
I mean, and I like the man come out of jail and him get caught up in anything. He had no further running with the law. No, none of them say nothing negative from the man come out up to this point.
Right.
So why would you take a stance like that?
Right.
You know what I mean? And you are a prime minister.
Right.
That can be somewhat damaging to my product. If you're to say, you know, I'm going to address the people, you know, I'm going to talk to the youths, and you hear what me I talk to the youths.
Even Kartel's personal tailor, the guy will make him suit them. At Trinidad, you know, him said from now on, this is the person. Not Trinidad him there.
Yeah. You're the designer yet.
I don't know that now that they've mentioned the rum. Because bro, listen, so me there Jamaica the other day, and me go forget the rum. The rum, I want big empty space there on the shelf, and all the other rum them stack up. And me I said to myself, say, me always get them other brand at Straight Vibes me I look for. And the stores we went to, they were like, yo, we can't keep up. So me I said to the attendant, I said, so wait, that I sell, but these not selling, cause how the shelves are packed with these. And him say, you see it for yourself.
And just know, remember saying it. I must have Kartel have all these shows coming up in Europe and everywhere.
Yes.
And just know, so anywhere in there, Straight Vibes is there.
Right.
You have to remember that.
Right.
Then, this what the Prime Minister said, it's not about music.
I don't think so.
I don't think you have nothing to do with music.
Thanks to the smart person for bringing up the rum. It is definitely bigger than music. Yes.
No, it's not a music, so it's bigger than music.
Real talk, bro.
Anyway, I'll go back in our chat.
All right.
Big up King Biggs and RJ and Missy and the whole works. You know what I think? We in our chat.
Manners.
Yeah.
All right. Katrina Bedward says, Vibes infectious. So the Prime Minister is afraid that he's going to rake too much fame there. Like, who doesn't know Kartel? Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Flo.
Morning, family. What going?
Yeah, I'm good. We never met, but I watch you. I'm here from Naples, Florida.
Ah, you're close by, man.
I watch you most days and stuff for a long time. But my opinion on Vybz Kartel topic, I kind of think like, you ever look at Nicki Minaj situation? I think she may have something to do with it. Can't think about it. He never featured her when he came from jail. He linked with Cardi B
instead.
And then, you know, I'm just saying, you know, I think that's a little narrative for him, you know. But I think he can still navigate and go through, which would make sense for him, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, by saying I don't care about radio interviews or whatever, I just do the show. People still gonna see me the way, social media. But I'm just thinking, you know, I could be wrong.
Makes sense, bro.
But I'm just saying, yeah.
All right.
Well, big up yourself, Flo.
Man, I respect my brother.
Yeah,
yes, man. There,
oh,
true?
Respect.
Oh. All right. Don't know so much. Boy, King Biggs, I said about Nicki not so powerful in Trinidad. Listen to me. Nicki Minaj is worth a whole bunch of money. It wouldn't be hard for me to think that she is powerful in Trinidad. She might not be powerful in Trinidad in our eyes, right? But she might have connections behind the scenes that we know nothing about either. You just never know where it's coming from. The rum thing makes sense to me though, because these people who are in the spirit and rum or alcohol industry, that's a whole different kind of money. We are talking about generational wealth and them thing there, you know. You can imagine like the family who owns Ray and Nephew, right? So when you have a brand that comes in that knocks that long-standing brand off the shelf, out the way, to where people look upon it and them like, I know that to come for, we don't want that. We want this right there, so. You know, people start to pay attention. And they start to, when them start feel it in them pockets, especially when they announced that the first quarter, 4 straight Vybz rum coming out of Trinidad, first quarter was couple $billion. Like 1 point something billion in their first quarter. When you are boasting those big gains, and the brand them who was before you, who well established already and has been running the game for years, when them hear you boast a big number, they say, and them not even make half of that number for their first quarter, trust me, they start pulling strings. They start using all their political connections and everything else, because obviously you're sinking their brand. So it could very well be about the rum. I don't know. They surpassed what was projected for the first quarter. Yes, let's go on TV. They surpassed it by a whole lot. By a whole lot. It was a staggering number. I believe it was 1 point something billion. It does sound like Nicky behind the scene tactics, though, says Nance. I don't know. I don't know. You know, Nicki Minaj and Cartel might just surprise me and drop a song one day together. You know, I don't try to get too far in a people's business, but it's good for conversation's sake, and it drives, the rumors drive the machine, you know, especially the speculation from us, the fans. It kind of drives the machine, the publicity and all these other things. So I'm very much a part of that as well. Yeah. You know, the world is very small. And the world is very small for people like me. I'll give you a true story involving Nicki. So when Nicki Minaj's brother got charged, right? Me, you know, I do video after video, I follow him court case. And then I was saying, I'm disappointed in Nicki Minaj. I not even want to listen to her music no more, because I feel like, say, she was supporting a rapist where they do this to him own stepchildren. Remember, I know the two picnic them stood up in court and testified what took place in their house. Even the little boy said one time, like, them stepfather put him down on one next part of the house and have him little sister up on one next part of the house in our room, and him run go up there, right? Because they were gone too long or whatever. And say him run go up there, and when him bust the door and open, him say him little sister turned back way with fear panty down her ankle, and Nicki Minaj's brother, which is their stepdaddy at the time, because was with their mother, with his pants down a feme ankle. Trust me, I say them something here, I'll make people go sue me for defamation if it wasn't so, because this is what was printed. So I'm bringing across what was printed, right, as the information coming out of the court case. I mean, I say, how could you like support somebody like this by giving money so he could get a good lawyer? You're trying to defend him? Are you trying to like get him off, beat the case? And then there was a part where it was like, oh, they first tried to swindle money from me first. They tried to blackmail me for money first, or try to come at me for money first, because they couldn't get it. Then they went after my brother with this rape thing. And I was like, oh man, not with the kids saying what the kids are saying. They found his semen in the little girl panty. Now, I don't know how me feel about irrefutable evidence backed by the little brother story and the own little girl's confession and so on and so forth. So I don't know if that tied into some people who were associated with her. I never know, so the world them did not gonna be so close. You know, I didn't know the world was gonna be so close. And then boom, out of nowhere, I saw. Remember me telling us, I go up on certain people live, and they were like, "I don't want some people follow me. I don't want some people follow me." And the audience was like, "Keep talking now. I want who you say you know I follow you." And it was me that was there, so me take my time and exit, right? And then there are others also who gave me the same energy after that. And I realized that they also were good friends with her. So me, I said, yo, I wonder if like them must say, you know, when people say bad things about you behind the scenes, and them must say, yo, I don't mess with that. I don't F with that person. And yeah, that him just chat too much and him this and him that and the other. And I start to think, damn, the world is small. Because I never seen them interact before. Those set of people we never see interact before until after that. And then it was like revealed. Like, okay, that's why this person don't want to talk to you. That's why the other person treat you like that. That's why the other person say what them say, blah, blah, blah. So me just leave it at where it's at. You know what I mean? But you never know. You never know because, again, the world is super small. No, let's keep it real. A lot of few artists, well, licky when it comes to foreign acts, says King Biggs. True. It's true. It does sound like her, I don't know. No, she not as move her brother. Marshall, Destra, them heavy with the people and politics, says King Biggs. And I think I heard her cussing out Marshall. But remember, I know King Biggs, in politics, you also have two sides. So you can be heavy in politics in Jamaica, but you heavy with people with the PMP. But people at JLP don't really check for you like that. And they don't really think you have that much influence. You have it with PMP, you won't have it with the JLP side. Right? So politics have sides too. Like Marshall may be heavy with the politics and all that, but I guarantee you he is aligned to a certain side. So you never know. You never know. At the end of the day, though, I don't think that was a beneficial thing for them to be saying that now. As expected, many Jamaicans have been hitting back at these actions, making their statements online about Trinidad and Tobago or the Trinidad and Tobago officials. And one person said that one thing is for sure, Trinidad love fight Jamaicans YF. Yeah. One person said. Another person says, you see what them wearing a carnival? And people are saying more than that online. Like Trinidad is always trying to fight us, blah, blah, blah. Miss Shelley Staywell says, the cartel I see today is about love and unity and putting God first. And that's the message that he is spreading. And honestly, why wouldn't we want our youth hearing more of that? Or are you holding him to something that he did some 13 years ago or something like that? And it was overturned by England. So please, I need to understand this, what is going on here. Another person says, she tell people to blaze off them guns the other day, but Koya, these Trinidad people stand up. Don't make these people try style your thing under Sykes. And another person says, this level of disrespect will not be overlooked. Well, again, to our Trinidadians in Trinidad, it is very clear by Vybz Kartel that he will be there. That's the 31st of this month. Capleton is also, I think, a Capleton or Sizzler. I think it's Sizzler. Sizzler will also be on that show as well. So you know the show they are fire. I don't think it's just a Vybz Kartel show. You know. May have Vybz Kartel whole itinerary right out right there. So you know. See there? May 3rd, Costa Rica. May 17th, Miami, the Amaranth Theater, gone. May 24th, Guyana. May 31st, Trinidad and Tobago. That is the One Caribbean Music Festival where Sizzler Kalonji will also be attending. June 6th, Atlanta. July 27th, St. Kitts. July 5th, Summer Jam. July 11th to 13th, London, UK. Friday, July 11th, Wireless Festival. Drake, Burna Boy, and Vybz Kartel are headlining that one. That's huge. September 11th to 14th, Freedom Street, Europe, Malta. Live on the air with SouFLoTV.
SouFLo, quick thing.
Yeah, bro.
As you mentioned, Guyana. Talk about all people them over Guyana now. Talk about they don't want to sing this song, that song, what song. What go on with it in the Caribbean? What am I dealing with? You don't see that? You don't see that?
Yeah, I see it, but I never really see it. I think it was one of the Guyanese leader them saying them never want him to sing certain
The Good
songs.
Like Jesus.
Oh yes, thank you. The Good Like Jesus. Them must say it need to be banned. Them necessarily don't want him sing it. Them say it need to be banned. It needs to be banned off their airwaves. He should not perform it when him come there. All kind of something like that. But again, in their defense, not talk about it. Not talk about it. All right, my brother.
Yeah,
all right. All right. So yeah, great reminder. Guyana is another one with, but in all due respect, though, that song is pretty controversial, you know. And if you know anything about Vybz Kartel over the years, Vybz Kartel is a very Kartel knows how to stir up controversy when he's ready. You know, some artists don't know how to get people talking, so their products don't move. Vybz Kartel knows how to get people talking. Let's see. That song in particular, me just gonna give you one little piece of it. All right. It says, your pussy good like Jesus. And a part that them have a problem with, right? He's speaking of vagina, and he's saying to the woman that our vagina is good like Jesus, because Jesus is good. It's just like one time where I say, and you know, him pretty much explain it like, if you say Jesus good, Jesus are the best thing ever. So if me I say that the woman underneath is good like Jesus, it must be like the best underneath ever, right? But it's like one time a man will say to a woman, here we go, Jamaican and them lyrics again for woman, right? Boy, girl, him say girl skin clean like baby Jesus bath water. That means that Jesus clean from him born, and in bath water had no dirt or anything in it. See? So the song is along those lines, but the song is considered to be rather blasphemous, rather, and controversial. All right. So we don't allow to think for yourself again, says Audrey Wright. Well, they don't want you putting certain things in music and singing it in the air in their space. So Georgetown, Guyana, the Ethics Relations Commission in Guyana condemned what is termed blasphemous and deeply offensive, a song made by Vybz Kartel that's called Good Like Jesus, saying that it is profoundly disrespectful to Christian religious sensibilities. It is calling for the song, which heavily references the female genitalia, to be banned in Guyana altogether. Kartel is due to perform in Guyana May 24th. That is 4 days away from today, as part of the Badaration concert. You know, so that song that would have been fitting, you know, because Badaration to we mean. I wonder if they don't know what Badaration mean. Not true, babe. That should have been the lead song. A Badaration, you know, Badaration mean you cause problem, you know. Well, it is calling for the song to be banned completely. Kartel is due to perform there in a few days on the 24th. Big up to Guyana. Kartel is heading your way. Now, in a statement, the ERC said that it had recently been... Hold on. Which one I'm concerned did get cancelled recently? In a statement, the ERC said that it had recently been made aware of the song, which it argues contains blasphemous and deeply offensive statements concerning the Lord Jesus Christ, central to the belief of the Christian community. As such, the ERC strongly condemns the content of this song, which is profoundly disrespectful to Christians' religious sensibilities and undermines the values of reverence and respect and harmony that underpin Guyana's multicultural society. The ERC said that, importantly, Jesus Christ is not only a revered figure in Christianity, but is also recognized and respected within the Islamic and the Hindu faith as well. In Islam, Jesus is known as Isa and is honored as a great prophet and a messenger to God or of God. So while in certain Hindu traditions he is regarded with spiritual reverence, content that demean such a universally respected figure risk offending multiple faith communities and threatens the delicate balance of inter-religious harmony in our society. So Cartel managed to offend Christians, Islam, Hindus at the same time in a one song. You're bad. You're bad. You're bad. You're offending everybody in one time at the same song. The ERC said that while freedom of artistic expression is a protected right, it is not absolute, and it must be exercised in a most responsible manner with due regards for the religious and cultural values of all communities. Any form of content that mocks, trivializes, or desecrates sacred religious figures erodes the foundation of mutual respect and threatens the peaceful coexistence of our diverse society. The ERC in Guyana said that it is formally calling for the song to be banned completely from the airwaves in Guyana and for it to be removed from all digital platforms as well, to include Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, every platform, streaming platforms as well, and any form of public decimation, any form of public from all digital platforms, and seize any form of public decimation within Guyana. This action is a necessary measure to prevent further injury to the Christian community and to uphold public standards of decency and mutual respect. The ERC said that it will be engaging the promoters of the upcoming concert featuring Vybz Kartel to directly address this issue. Rasa, the promoter them in a problem now. The Commission expects full cooperation in ensuring that the event does not contribute to the spread of this offensive content that undermines interfaith harmony. The ERC remains unwavering in their commitment to safeguarding the rights and the dignity and the faith of all Guyanese people. Acts of religious disrespect will not be tolerated and will be addressed with a firm and constructive measure. The ERC said that it has also noted that a Loval singer, Baby Skello, a local, them supposed to put a local, but them put Loval. A local singer named Baby Skello has been arrested by the Guyanese police force in relation to his recent song, which contained blasphemous content against the Hindu religion. So something with them. You know, I'm going to say this when I'm done. So the ERC represents the independent actions of the GPF to investigate and address this matter within the full context of the law. However, the ERC wishes to clarify that this matter is also being addressed at the level of the ERC, and Baby Skello has been summoned to face the commission. Now, while the ERC has referred several matters to the police based on completed investigation, that is not yet one such matter. The ERC also said they wish to clarify that the artists Richard Sy and Vision Clark, in relation to their song called Chinese, have also been summoned to the to the ERC to address the content of their song as well. The ERC will keep the public informed as we work towards addressing those issues within our mandate to promote harmony and good relations among all people of Guyana, it said. So, Kartel's song in Guyana Your pussy good like Jesus. That song has, by their own words, offended the Hindu community, has offended the Christian community, has offended the Muslim community as well. And there are other artists in Guyana who have been arrested for the content of their music. So I saw them roll in a Guyana. Remember, so we grew up, right? Where them have a saying where them say, when you're in Rome, do as the Romans do. They have a next saying that says, when you're going to the people them place, you play by their rules. Those two should make you understand what I'm trying to say here. When in Rome, do as the Romans do, and when you're in the people them place, you play by their rules. That's it. That's it. I have nothing more to say. It's not banned in Jamaica. I know somebody are gonna say, yeah, because Jamaica slack and nasty. That's that's why it's not banned in Jamaica. Another person said they're using what Beenie Man said about the doubles and holding it against Vybz Kartel. And no, they're not, because Beenie Man was allowed free range when he went to Trinidad. Him there all over the place. Him doing radio spots, him shows, him walk around, him interact with people, talk to the children. All the things that Kartel not allowed to do, he was able to do. Right. Georgette Steele says there are a lot of things that are good that he could have compared it to, honestly. And I agree. I agree. But with that as well, controversy, right? If he had said, you was a good like watermelon, you would have said, oh, you're yamming cunt like watermelon. That is what he's saying, you know. Kartel just come out of prison by talking about, I bet he yamming, when girl names see them, I bet he yamming see them like watermelon. Like, and what else would he have said? Controversy sells. It drives the machine, you know? So, yo, just like on the one song, Mr. Bram Bram. Black versus Indian wartime in a GT. Trini LB, big up yourself and thank you for being here. Me see when you forward earlier, Trini LB, and you said you didn't reach late, so you didn't want to know what we are talking about. I hope you get on track, or you're on track now. Trini LB says them gone too far with that, bro. Them reaching too deep. Them always take a man to heaven. So why them mad? Them pum pum always take a man to heaven. So so why them mad? Them on foolishness. All them rude music them are singing Trinidad now cause no problems. Yeah, but Kartel song is for Kartel song, that song particular is not Trinidad is having a problem with it. Just so you know, is Guyana having a problem with that song. And Guyana said that song offends multiple religious sects because although Jesus is God in the Christian religion, he is a revered prophet in Islam and in Hindu as well. So Kartel just offend everybody straight across the board, right? That's so with that song, them want it banned from every platform, every social media platform, every streaming platform as well. If it's coming into, it should just not be coming into Guyana. Trinidad now, on the other hand, just for Trini LB to get on track, your Prime Minister has said they don't want Vybz Kartel to be on any radio or any television show while he is in the country, and they don't want him speaking to the children in Trinidad. They just want him come, do him show, and take away himself. That's it. Yeah. My girl, your body good like no, your body good like Jesus, my boy. You Go them say Marie's message 411 TV says Buju Banton got a fight for Bombay bye. Yeah. Soca has the most out of order songs. Missy Bram Bram says. You know, I ain't really listen to soca songs like that. I just wind up myself when me hear the song them. Cause that's why I hear mostly. Yeah, you're whining and whining and whining and whining. I don't really hear nothing else in a soca song for it to say. I've never listened to a soca song where the words were that important that I felt like, you know, them that deep. And I see soca as party music, good time. rum in my head. I ain't behaving right. I got carrying on. That's what I see soca as. So it's nothing to take seriously. It's nothing to take seriously. But these people in these positions of power politically, you know how it go already. You know, let me come off of this segment, right, and say this. Because we don't want the ignorance. Jamaican people, for the most part, love Trinidadian people for the most part, and Trini culture for the most part, right? We're brothers and sisters for the most part. Is the people them people there. Mr. Suit and Time, Mr. Shiny Face, is them people there always causing this stir with this whatever it is they got brewing in the background. And then, you know, one and two people from both sides always take it and run with it to somewhere extra and somewhere negative. There is to be no division. Because at the end of the day, them people they really don't control nothing. Because out in the real world is me and you, right? And I never enter an event yet and start fling buckle when Trini artists are perform or walk out when time soca play or anything like that, or Trini culture is being celebrated. And I see my Trini people them enjoy Jamaican culture the same way. So we know say I know we are them. It's them. Right? And let's keep it at that. Let's keep it at that. Oh, Karen notice say push it in and pull it out. And which song goes so? Which song goes so? Push it in and pull it out. Push it in and pull. You know what? You might let me go to the studio and do a song, you know. Push it in and pull it out. Push it in and pull. I wine in. Push it in and pull it out. Push it back and turn it out. Push it back and turn it around and push it back and turn it around and push it in and pull it out. Push it. We don't need, yo, the whole of we can get together and write a hit this morning. Now I'm telling you, the whole of we could get together and write a hit. Next thing you know, we're running carnival. Push it in and pull it out. Turn it around and yo, me dressing up in a red, white, and black right here now, can't I enjoy Empress? Push it in and pull it out. Push it in and pull it out. You know which artist bad out of Trinidad? Shit, what name? Young Brother? Is Young Brother a name? Something Brother that youth the name. We have to go listen to that youth here. Let me pull him up and big him up real quick. The boy bad. Please, somebody who listen to Trini music on a regular basis, fill me in with this one. A Young Brother, I'm right. Young Brother, Kings. Yes. Young Brother is something else, boy. Immensely talented, and definitely new generation. And put a new spin on it. We're like from a bit of an old school, but not so old school way back like with parents stuff. So my generation type is like Marshall, right? Young Brother is like, no. It's like fusing dancehall with soca, but very much a distinctive style as well. I've even seen Jamaican artists go visit him. And you know when he's on the two turntables and them I play the music and them just drop a beat and him just jump on the rhythm and him just freestyle it. And I've seen Jamaican artists go there and do that thing with him and it just fits right in. Like, yeah man, so big up to Young Brother tough like that for real. Soca songs can be very out of order, says 5063. To me, it's all party music. To me, it should not be taken so seriously. To me, the only people that take that stuff so seriously are people who are seeking a certain level of control and manipulation over people. And once you have somebody who want control and manipulate people, me not in you. You know what I mean? If you're a politician, you're supposed to be uplifting the people. You're supposed to be putting things in place, policies and laws to protect the people, to help the people to strive in life, to help the people to better themselves, etc., to keep the place safe and all these things. But once you're going after control of people, like you're a person yourself, you're not God. So once you're there, try to control people, then I'm not really into you like that. And I don't care what party you from or what country this may apply to, straight across the board. If you're one of them manipulators of people there, then I'm not into you like that. That should not be an issue. It's look, big people something. If you say to me now, All right, I don't want the kids hearing this. I wouldn't have anything to say because I don't want my children walking around singing, your pussy good like Jesus. My son go to school, go sing that. Next thing you know, my phone is ringing. Hey, can you come to the school? We need to have a talk, right? So it's inappropriate for children to say the least. So if they were saying that, then that's one thing. But we're talking about grown people who have a right to hear whatever they want to hear their favorite entertainer say when they perform. If you inject yourself in this one and try control the masses and what the masses hear versus what you don't want them to hear, then you're a weirdo. And for you, I'm gonna have no love like that. See? All right. So with that said, now we're gonna move right along, and we're moving right along into. Let's get into Megan Thee Stallion responds in the Tory Lanez situation, and then we'll save the Diddy something for last. All right, moving right along because we have to move right along because time is moving right along. We can't stay stuck one place. King Big says, remember them used to say Yellow Man and Shabba them did slack, but his music wasn't on this level. Right. I think every other generation them push further and further, right? Not really, because back in this was after Yellow Man. Because Yellow Man I like my mother era. And then Shabba Ranks I like my era. Who did sing that song here? May have stone, that pan a piece of stone, that pan my body head, and if a girl want it, she have to come in on my bed. Me legal. May have the sex in ticket and if the sex around she dead. Nothing knock about it. A power man. Yo, King Biggs, you fast with it to the King Biggs. Oh, I forgot that King Biggs music is his thing. Alright, King Biggs. Yeah. Piece of stone. That on my body. Yo, anytime that did come on, you want to see them. Hooray! Whoa! Hey, look, boy, I want to sing. Make sure you know your book like how you know them kind of song there, Hooray! Boy, piece of stone. That on my body head, and if a girl want it, tell her to come in on my bed. Me legal, me have the sex in ticket, and if the sex around she dead, nothing to come out of it. Me have the peeny, peeny. Yo, hey. So music slack from long time. Music is slack from long time. So when you don't hear the new generation, them are going slack, just remember say somebody did start it before them. I always reference to this song. To see new DJs get blamed for everything. There's a song that Beenie Man did back in the day, which me can't forget it. Can't forget it. Beenie Man said, man a bad man, wicked man, not take man for toy. With a Glock in my hand, mark, kill and destroy. Me murder your mama, make your papa start cry. You remember that? Mama, your son him a go die. 21 copper shot, blow the poor soldier life. Beenie say, yeah. So them a long time we are kill people in a song, and it wasn't just dub and all these kind of things. So when the youth them hear that now, and they're like, we never start this. So when we talk about Marafly on wall and them something that they were doing it before us, but them get old now, and them have remorse now, and them feel like. So that's why I say a lot of the times, let the youth them man, them in their own era, eventually they'll find themselves too, right? And they'll be like, some not embarrassing them kind of song they no more. Cause XYZ, whatever the reason. So make them have for them era too, and for them time too. Yeah? Piece of stone, that on my body head, and if a girl want it, tell her to come in on my bed. We're legal. We have the sex ticket. Which one? Blood fire. Lady Saw never have no behavior neither. Lady Saw never have no behavior neither, my friend. Different expressions, different ways of saying things. Yes, Lady Saw did raw. And the thing about Lady Saw is them song they have for woman, If I should ask you right now, songs that you sang quietly that you just could not sing publicly because me couldn't sing. Me couldn't sing Lady Star song them publicly. Them song they are for girl, are for woman, right? So, but I just like her as an artist and the way how she was unapologetically raw. Why, Mr. Lady Star one time live, Lady Star cock up one foot on the speaker and lift up her dress and grab up this something. I saw. What a thing. Yeah. A time, huh? A time was hard. And look now, she gone to church. She got, you see, everybody reached them point. She gone to church. Lady Star said, me, I put on the foolishness. I had my time with it. I'm done. It's only so long me can grab up the fat front for. It's only so long me can, you know, kill him with it for. And she gone about her business now. She's gone to serve her Lord and Savior. And she's not turning back, she said. So there you have it. A lot of people forgot through them seasons, man. Eventually, they too will find their way, you know, and everybody find them way at the same time. That's just how I believe. Little Lenny. Whoa! Yo, King Biggs, give me some of them. Yeah, listen up. All right, Little Lenny. Bum flick for me, dick come, girl, come skin out, yeah. How are ya? I hear plum, no one pick you are the best one about, yeah. Lord, hi. Bum flick for me, dick come, girl, come skin out, yeah. How are ya? Yo, if the man left and I might put it on. Lady Star, but Lady Star say, if the man left and I might put it on. Me say, hold on there. Wait. So the pum pum can't have fall. But if she left and not for her fall, not for her pum pum fall. The only fault for her pum pum have is to strip the wood raw. You know what? Yeah. Wait, the nan stab out. Ram it and jam it and dig out the red. Rub on the thing they pon me body head. Sitting and rip out the wall. Yeah, yo. Hey. Hold on there. Good morning. Hello? Say again?
Sir, am I speaking with the property owner at 7217 Gemma Lane, Jeffries?
No. Wrong number.
All right, so sorry for the trouble, sir. You have a wonderful day.
You too. Babe, you call Papa school? Okay. Yeah, man, Lady Star, this slack on bad. Yeah, I know the scammer that this time. When it sound like him though, but I like him this time. Yeah, mirror. Something about, yeah. Tan jam it and rev out the whole. Boy, ram it and jam it and rev out the whole. And anyway, moving right along. Hey, remember, stab out nonsense. Me I look for one more of them for singing. I need one more before me move along. Let me see. Little Lenny Bum Flick. Okay, love her in that era there. Bam Bam Lady Star was my girl. If the man left, Mr. Bram. If the man left, I know. Anytime I scammer. Alright. Healthy body. Now remember that one day, no. Life Record says, SouFLo, I have a 4-year-old too, and her name is Javiana. That's a beautiful name. Big up Princess Javiana. That is a beautiful name. All right. Yes, all fruits ripe. Woman is saying about the ride a murder. I don't want the DJ charge for that was Bujo. I did. Y'all say about the ride a murder. I don't want the DJ charge. Shots it up on your saddle, ride up on your back, exposing your property. Man, I say it for merchandise. You never run out of too long like a coat buckle without the things I want for your body. Trust me upon that. Yo, all right. Wagon. Make we left it right there, so. We're moving right along now. Only black artists sing about women and men like that. Not a killjoy, just saying, says Lulu Ridges. Because we're not supposed to be like anybody else, Lulu. And no, you won't kill our joy. Only black artists do a lot of stuff. Only black people do a lot of stuff. Only black people season our meat the way we do. Only black people have a rhythm and flavor and style the way we do. We're just different, you know? And let's not be afraid of our differences or our differences from others. A lot of people have spent a lot of time and a lot of effort trying to make us be who they want us to be while we continue to be us. So yeah, only black people sing about that because we are that kind of people. I know nothing wrong with that at all. Mad Cobra, when you hear that finally something you've been waiting too long and that beat start, explain yourself, baby girl, lead out. There's a clock ticking on the wall, 7 days a week. I need your body next to mine. Spread your wings, yeah, like a bolt to a screw. Ooh, I do you so many a times. Spread your, I don't know where it says, spread your legs. Something, Lord, hear what me tell the girl flex. Time to have sex. Look how long you have the room, boy. I sweat, girl flex. Time to them song that chop up the wall, my friend. Time to have sex. Moving right along. All right, here we go now. So, Megan Thee Stallion has called out Tory Lanez for claiming that Kelsey Harris shot her during that infamous incident. If y'all are not paying attention, let me put you on board. Tory Lanez, the singer, was stabbed 14 times in prison recently, where he is serving a 10-year sentence for shooting Megan Thee Stallion, which is a female rapper as well. He was found guilty and he was sentenced to a decade in prison in California. All right. Just last week, he was stabbed by a fellow inmate who is doing a life sentence for murder, and he was stabbed 14 times, had 2 collapsed lungs. He was airlifted to a medical facility where he survived, and he is now doing all right. Upon the heels of that came his attorneys saying that they have new information that could free him because he is not the one that shot Megan Thee Stallion. The whole time, Tory Lanez has been maintaining his innocence, saying he doesn't want to snitch. He don't really want to tell who did it, but he is not the one that did it. A bodyguard who ran away, disappeared during the trial, who was supposed to show up at the trial, has come out of hiding now. The bodyguard recently showed up saying he went into hiding because he felt conflicted, like his loyalty is to the person who hired him to protect them, and his loyalty was not to Tory Lanez. So he didn't want to talk on speak and tell on the person who he was supposed to be protecting, so he disappeared. All right. But after Tory got sentenced and seeing what's going on with Tory now, he's saying he can't just sit back and watch a man do a whole decade in prison for something he didn't do, especially under the conditions of the things that's been happening to him behind bars. So the bodyguard recently said, I overheard them talking about it, and I heard Megan Thee Stallion's best friend, Kelsey Harris, admit to shooting Megan Thee Stallion, and he even described how she said it. She said, he asked her about it, and she said, yeah, she admitted it. She had the gun in her hand. Tory wasn't the one that shot it. Tory was actually trying to take the gun from her. She said she fired off 3 rounds first, bah, 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 at Megan. And then Tory grabbed the gun and she fired off 2 more rounds, bah, bah, after he grabbed it, and he managed to get the gun away from her. Now they want Tory Lanez free. Megan Thee Stallion, however, went to court, testified, Tory Lanez shot her. Tory Lanez shot me. You know, when you're in a court and them say, who shot you? Do you see the person here today? And she says, yes, he's sitting right there. It's him. Are you referring to the person known as Tory Lanez, the singer? Yes, right here. Him in the red suit. Whatever. So, Megan Thee Stallion now has called out Tory Lanez for claiming that Kelsey Harris shot her during that infamous incident. Tory's trying to get free from his 10 years. Taking to social media, Megan had time to let everyone know how she feels about Tory Lanez referring to him as a demon. She said, at what point are y'all going to stop making me have to relive being shot by Tory? At what point are Tory Lanez and y'all fans going to stop lying? Her post said. Like, how much is the check to keep harassing me? Why is this happening every day? 1 minute, he says, him and y'all said that I was never shot. And now y'all letting him play in y'all faces again and say that I was shot, but it wasn't him who did it. Okay. I'm sick of this shit. Leave me the F alone. He ain't dare get on that stand. He did not dare get on that stand and deny that he shot me. And that was his choice because he knows that he did do that shit. I don't give a F about a blog or a bot. Why in the F would me, Megan Thee Stallion, have to lie on this MFer about shooting me? Why in the hell would I, Megan Thee Stallion, have to lie about this guy shooting me? She said, I don't care about bots. I don't care about fans. Now, in the post, Megan continued to call out Tory Lanez's denial for shooting her. She said, facts are facts. She said he could have got on a stand in court and deny it. He had every opportunity to do so. Why didn't he do it? He didn't do it because he knows that he was the one that shot me. Facts are facts. He did it. It was proven in court. F the hate campaign on the internet. Tory, you shot me. Ain't no new effing evidence that y'all been saying the same shit for years. Concluding the post, she asks to be left alone. She asks for Tory Lanez to leave her alone. She asks for Tory Lanez fans to leave her alone. Right? Last week, Alex Sparrow released a statement about Tory Lanez's attorney reportedly having evidence that proves that Megan Thee Stallion was shot by her friend. Megan is basically saying, listen, and she has a restraining order against Tory Lanez, by the way. So Megan is saying, and he's in prison. And you would wonder, why would somebody want a restraining order for someone who is already in prison and he's doing a decade and his sentence just started, basically? She's saying she is being harassed by, At 12? Okay, let's do it then. All right, babe. All right, they said, so that means we have a meeting today at Kai's school. She just rescheduled it. It was supposed to be tomorrow, but can't do it. So what Megan is saying basically is she's being harassed by Tory Lanez, and he's using other people to do it. He's paying bloggers to do it. His fans are doing it willingly. The narrative is spreading that she's lying. You know, my thing about the Tory Lanez situation is this, right? And I realize that Tory has a lot of Jamaican fans as well. And his Jamaican fans have joined the line to say free Tory, including people like Drake and others have Trippie Redd and others have joined the line to say free Tory. You know, I think like this. 1 minute you hear protect the black woman at all costs, and the next minute a black woman is shot and she's able to say who shot her, and then you say she's lying. And they prefer to believe everything else. Nah, It's Jay-Z trying to set him up for his publishing. They want him at Rock Nation. They want to control his music and his publishing. They prefer to believe everything else except for they went out for a night. They had fun. The fun turned to not fun. Young, lots of money, and trouble came their way. I heard the phone call of Tory when he was arrested, and Tory called, and he was speaking to Megan's best friend, and that call was recorded. And Tory was apologizing. She published it, and I have it in one of my videos that I did before. She published a phone call. The first thing Tory did was apologize. He was like, man, I'm so sorry about what happened last night. I was not myself. And he started trying to explain, and he said, yo, when I got to the party, yo, I was already high and drunk. And at the door, I think you had to take like 4 or 6 shots before you could even go into the party. So I was already done by the time I got into the party, you know, and he kept apologizing and stuff. So what was he apologizing for? Later on, Tory Lanez says he was apologizing for the way the night went, but he wasn't apologizing for shooting Megan. However, Megan was the one that got shot. And when it first happened, she was out in California, right? And the California police were trying to investigate because someone got shot. So police naturally want to investigate, find out who pulled the trigger on another human being and charge them for what they did. Megan would not speak. She would not work with them. She would not cooperate. She left California and flew back to Florida side, where she, at the time, she was. So they weren't working with them. Tory Lanez went on a campaign, though. And he kept pushing the narrative to social media. Y'all remember the videos? Y'all remember Quarantine Radio? He kept pushing the narrative that Megan was making stories up, lying, putting his name in it. I don't have nothing to do with nothing. She kept telling him, Tory, chill, bro. Chill. Because this is messing up my fan base too. People are looking at me, calling me a liar. We both know what happened, but chill. I'm not saying anything, right? She's at one point she said, I just didn't want to see a black man go to prison. Another point she said, you know how the police is when it's all black people and they come and you say gun. Once you say gun, anybody could get shot. I didn't want anything to happen to any of us. So even in that moment, she was trying to protect not just herself, but a black man. Because listen, I don't know if you know it, right? But code word for kill a nigga in America is gun, black man gun. When Karen calls, all she got to say is, there's a black man out here with there's a hat. He has on a black hat that has a Jamaican flag on the front of it, and he has a gun in his hand. Watch how they come. They come in, woo, 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 guns drawn already, everything. Hey, hands up, hands up. Even if they get there and I don't have the gun in my hand, it's going to be hands up, hands up. Put your hands over your head. All right, I'm going to go in, I'm going to search you, right? The girl kept saying it, and I was wondering why she kept saying, Tory, chill, chill, because she was saying it publicly. Like, you hear every day on here, every day, like, y'all rinsing my name, chill. I forgot what it was that he said that had everybody's like, yo, F that B, F her. I'm never listening to her music again, F that B. She said, yo, you messing up my, you know, I'm a brand just like you're a brand. I'm not saying anything, so you're not getting damaged. You're over here spinning a web, which is damaging me. I'm going to tell you one more time, chill. He kept going. One morning, she got up, Megan got up, got on social media. I'll never forget. I'll get on YouTube, and she went live. And she goes, since y'all want to know so much, I'm going to tell you exactly what happened. That nigga Tory shot me. The minute she said, I'm telling y'all how the whole thing snowballed. The minute she said that, those police officers, investigative officers in California, who they also monitor the internet. They had just been in a shooting in California. They all left California. We have no clue who did it. Monitor their internet space. That's all they were doing. So the minute she did that video, she got that phone call. Hey, okay, now we have enough to put the case together. Boom. And she had to work with them from that, right? Live on the air with SouFlo.
Jeffrey Gorski,
life insurance. Now that they had that piece of her saying it was him, because they kept asking her all along, do you know who shot you? Who did this? I don't know. I don't know. Get on video and say Tory shot me, and it was a wrap. Then they started putting their pieces together, and before you know it, it was a full-blown case. There goes Tory Lanez. He's in prison. He's doing his time. I think you get to a time in prison where people start going through that, damn, I messed up my life kind of thing. Okay, let me try every and anything to get up out of here. And I think that that's where Tory is at. Life Record says, SouFlo, what I think is Tory should know that stop hanging with these people. Yeah, but Life Record, that's looking back, right? In retrospect, because it's too late now. It's too late now, and he's in prison now. What he got stabbed up for in prison is what I would like to know. Right, Audrey. Audrey says the cavalry is coming. 990 of them for one. All you got to say, there's a black man out here. He has a black hat on with a Jamaican flag on it. He has a gun in his hand. Woo, 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 woo. Oh, they're coming. Right. Life Record also said it's very simple. You got paper, you better hide out. I just think you just should live differently. You know, Megan and Tory come from similar backgrounds, as in young black people who just got their own money kind of thing. They're young, talented, making their money, and they're making a lot of it. And now suddenly stardom is thrust up on that. And to deal with all that, everything at your fingertips, you're so famous, you need bodyguards around. You know, you're going into the Hollywood Hills to go to a party at one of the Kardashians pool party kind of thing. They actually said it was an argument. It was an argument that Megan and Tory were having, and Megan said something about you can't rap, and Tory said something about your rap sounds like shit too. Your music sound like shit. Now they were hitting below the belt, and they arguing. And Megan got out the vehicle and said, "You know what? I don't even want to be in a vehicle with somebody who is arguing with me like this, because kind of look like we about to fight or something. So stop and let me out." And she got out the vehicle and started walking. And according to her testimony, she saw Tory hanging out with the gun in his hand, and he said, "Dance, bitch, dance," and shot at my feet as I was walking away. So I skipped because I didn't want to get hit, and the bullet hit me. No, dance, bitch, dance, like Yosemite Sam in in that cartoon. Yosemite Sam used to shoot up the place. Dance, bitch, dance, dance. It's crazy, crazy. So she had that to say. I'm riding with Megan on this. Invest because you're taller than him, says King Biggs. I'm riding with. And there's a part where, you know, she went on an interview. No, man. There's a part where she went on an interview. And when she got on the interview, they asked her, "Did you have intercourse with Tory Lanez?" She said, "Yeah." I said no, because I was thinking I was here to talk about the incident that happened, not my sex life. So yeah, I had, but to tell you the truth, I had intercourse with Tory probably like once or twice. on drunk nights. I was hanging out with Tory, and you know, she said he kept catching me off guard, like when I was really, really, really drunk. So we probably did it like once or twice, but it wasn't like we had like, you know, that connection of a relationship where we just exclusive and it's us doing it all the time kind of stuff. So she was shocked. So she said that. Well, many people held that against her. And they said, oh, so you were effing Tory then. Well, if you were effing Tory and you lied about that, then you probably lied about everything else. Here's my thing, right? I'm not doing time. Tory wants us to believe that he's just a stand-on business kind of guy. And I'm not snitching, so I'm not saying who did it. But it wasn't me. I damn for damn sure I'm not throwing away my $1 million lifestyle to go do 10 years in prison for anybody just because I'm some stand-up guy. So Tory had all the chance in the world to say it wasn't him. He had all the chance in the world to say who it was that did it, if he knows anybody that did it. And he never did. He never did. What'd you say, Life Wrecker? It took her some time to say who shot me. She had some time to think about that. Well, it took her some time to say Tory did it because she had some time to think about the damage it was going to cause. This is what I spent all this time talking about just now. She didn't just do it out the blue, bro. She did it because she did it at a point where he was damaging her. And she kept telling him, like, I'm not talking about it. You don't talk about it either. Just let it go. Them people watching us, let it go. She kept telling him, let it go. Just talk about something else. Just go on with life like it never happened. If I never cooperate with these people, nothing will happen. Somebody kept telling Tory to keep mentioning Megan's name and keep saying, and he kept doing it. And when it became too damaging for her brand, of course, she has to defend her brand. That's her bread and butter. So she came out and said, okay, since you're not listening to me and you won't stop and you keep making these people have a narrative that I'm the one that's stirring stuff up, I'm a snitch, I did this, Tory shot me. That's who actually really shot me, since y'all really want to know the truth. Right. Tory was hitting Kelsey as well. I've heard those rumors. But I don't know if it's true. I can't confirm it. But I heard that. But that rumor came from Tory. Tory said he hit Kelsey too, right? Two best friends, Megan and Kelsey. Now, mind you, Kelsey is married. So, of course, Kelsey is denying it. Yeah. Well, I wish them all the best. Now they have a petition going, and they're trying to get the governor to pardon him. Let me tell all the Tory Lanez fans this. I have never seen a case where, and I said this when Tory first got accused and the case went to trial, I said, I had never seen a black man use a gun, fired, shot somebody, and the person is around to stand in a courtroom and say, he shot me, and that black man got away with it. So I knew Tory was going to prison. Same thing happened. He went to prison. Let me say this now. I ain't never seen a black man use a gun, shoot somebody, the person stands in court, says he shot me, and a governor comes along and pardons this black man after he has been sentenced, and he just walks a year and change or 2 years into a 10-year sentence. Ain't gonna happen. So I know when you're in prison, you're feeling like the world is passing you by. You're feeling desperate for freedom. And, you know, you start trying to try all kinds of things to come out. He's trying to get out without saying who he thinks shot her. Let the security guard say he heard the friend admit to it. Except it's still not going to be enough to let you out. It's not. So, Tory, just go on do your time, brethren. Go on do your time. You got like a couple more years to go. Go on do your time. Tory Lanez's wife divorced him quick fast too. Yeah. Tory wants his hairline back, says King Biggs. His wife divorced him quick fast too. Like soon as his sentence started. I think Tory's wife divorced him because the whole time he was out here, nobody knew he had a wife. And he wasn't the type to even act like he was married, right? And then your name is being called with so many different females, like you're the community bicycle. While she sits at home, she actually said it. She said, I'm the one that sit at home. I'm the one that hold everything together. You know, I'm at home with the child. I sit at home. I make sure the house is good. I'm doing all this while you off just enjoying your star life and having fun and throwing dick everywhere, like, you know. And now that you're in trouble, we're married. And I'm a married man. So, man, as soon as that sentence started, she filed divorce. And I was out of there. Anyhow, I wish them all the best. It is what it is. We're going to spend about 30 minutes on this, and then we got to get out of here. So we're going to move along, and we're going to speak about the Diddy trial now. The Diddy trial. Listen, my question for you, right, on the Diddy trial is this. Life Record says what I think is they all were partying, drunk and high, and it's just a blame game. They were partying, drunk and high, but they know exactly who shot Megan. They all know exactly who shot Megan. And Megan says it's Tory, and he said things while he was shooting her because they were arguing. So I'm going with that. That she said. Nothing else was proven in a court of law. You know, there are other factors to this case, though. Like, they tested the gun for ballistics, for fingerprints, and other people's prints were found on that gun, but Tory's wasn't. They did not test for gunshot residue, so they wouldn't know who fired it if it came down to that. So there's more to this, but I'm just saying what they've found so far, like a security guard who ran away and hid, came back to say, I heard her say that ain't gonna do it. You were there. You were the security guard. You was there. You should, if he wanted to free Tory, he would have been like, listen, I saw her shoot him. I saw her shoot him. Or I saw her shoot her. I saw Megan's friend shoot Megan. I was there. Everybody was drunk and I saw it. But he's coming with third-party information. I overheard her saying to her friend that she that ain't gonna free him. What's under my mouth is what under my nose. I'm out. All right, listen. Diddy case, right? Y'all ever thought about this? Who grew up in a time of Playboy? Playboy, the kingdom of Playboy, Hugh Hefner. Let me lay this out for you, right? Hugh Hefner was pimping and pandering. Hugh Hefner, if this ain't sex trafficking, I don't know what is. What I realized this morning while I was brainstorming this right here, because I woke up thinking about it, I said, certain privileges are reserved for only certain people. And once your black ass try to do the same thing, they're going to fry you because they don't want you having these kind of privileges. Right. So I think back to Playboy and I think back to Hugh Hefner. I remember a couple of things Hugh Hefner said. One time Hugh Hefner was being interviewed and Hugh Hefner said he sleeps with all the Playboy bunnies. And I thought to myself, damn, But you know, I was way young, so I'm thinking, I guess that's the norm when you're a person like Hugh Hefner and you have a Playboy mansion with lots of women in it. He said he sleeps with all the Playboy bunnies. Another time later on in life, I remember Hugh Hefner saying, yeah, I'm old now and I'm trying to keep up. You know, I take so much Viagra, even my face is hard. And it was supposed to be a joke. And I thought, he's really old. He got a house full of 18, 19-year-olds, all fighting for who is going to be Miss January, Miss February, Miss March, Miss April, Miss May. And he has the pick of the litter. They did a documentary where they were allowed inside of the Playboy Mansion and they would go to different rooms. And in each room was a girl who was just like she was in heaven. Her room was her quarters of the mansion and it was made up to her liking with all her favorite stuff on the wall. And she was putting on makeup and she was talking about Hugh and how he is so sexy and how he is so this and so that. And I remember them asking, who gets to sleep with Hugh? And she said, we all do, but we take different turns. Because the person said, at once? She said, no, we take turns. It's up to him who gets to go into his suite is like the space. And who gets to make it in there tonight is based on how he feels throughout the day, your interaction with him throughout the day. So everybody is trying to be the best to him throughout the day, hoping to make it in there for the night so he can bed that person for the night. And he would open each door and he'll be like, behind this door, we have, this is Miss January. And they'll walk down the hall and they'll be like, and this is Miss February. And this is Miss March. And this is Miss April. And this is Miss May and Miss June. And I remember him talking about, I don't just take these girls and just, you know, not do anything with them. I encourage them to pursue their goals and their dreams in life. Those that go to school, I pay off their tuition. That's a good deal, isn't it? Imagine somebody saying to you, I will send you to school, or if you want to go to school, you can go get a degree and it's fully paid for by me. You know, I think they get a pretty good deal out of it. And then they even get to pose for Playboy, be Miss January to December. And everybody is like, if a black man had done any of that, they would have hung him. On top of that, they used to have parties at the Playboy Mansion, and other celebrities used to speak about these parties at the Playboy Mansion. They used to speak about going to the Playboy Mansion parties. They used to speak about getting it on with the girls. So what it was if it this is a clear example of racketeering. I'm not saying he was doing racketeering. I'm saying if the feds wanted to bring a case, what was going on at the Playboy Mansion would look like racketeering more than anything else. So you have this mansion, you name it the Playboy Mansion. Inside of it, you put all these young girls. You have access to celebrities. You have these highly exclusive parties. You have all the big name celebrities come to these highly secretive and highly exclusive parties at the Playboy Mansion. While they're there, they get to mix and mingle with your Playboy bunnies. And they get to do things with the Playboy bunnies and even choose. Out of these Playboy bunnies, a lot of them ended up married to celebrity men. So you have to see that something was going on here, right? I went to a Playboy Mansion party. I saw Miss February of 1994. I just had to have her. 4 years later, we were married. She has my 2 children. She's married to a star. Hugh Hefner was the doorway for this young girl to attach herself to a Hollywood star and $1 million lifestyle. Hugh would test the goods out first, right? And if you're good enough, you get to stay and play. That's how it ran. That's how it ran. I ain't never seen no black girl over there. I think later on in the towards the end they had like 1 or 2 black girls. Right. Now, this right here is about the Playboy Mansion. So, allegations of sexual abuse, assault, forced drug use, blackmail have emerged against Hugh Hefner and the Playboy empire he founded. Gibbs Mura is investigating reports from Playboy bunnies and others who may have been harmed by this predatory behavior at Playboy clubs or at the Playboy Mansion. If you or a loved one who were ever abused by Hugh Hefner or someone else at Playboy clubs, our team of trained sexual assault lawyers are here to listen to your story and provide free confidential help. And there's actually a number out now for people to call in. On January 24, 2022, A&E premiered a 10-episode documentary series called Secrets of Playboy. In an interview with Variety magazine, filmmaker Alexandra Dean discussed some of the abuses that allegedly took place at the Playboy's clubs and mansion. These abuses include forced drug use, coercion, grooming, assault of underage women, recording people having sex without their permission. You see, I'm talking to you about P. Diddy's case now, but this is Playboy Mansion stuff. Filmmaker Dean also says that she uncovered many abuses that didn't make it into her documentary. And she also said that some women have been hesitant to tell their story of abuse out of a fear for reprisal. However, the filmmaker says that since the documentary aired, at least 2 more women have already come forward with new allegations. Holly Madison said that Hugh Hefner allegedly kept explicit photographs of her as well as of other girls and playmates as blackmail tool. In the documentary Secrets of the Playboy, former girlfriend of Hugh Hefner, Holly Madison, alleges that Hugh Hefner groomed her and verbally abused her. She also alleges that Hugh Hefner kept explicit photographs and films of other women to use as blackmail tools. In a statement she released, Crystal Hefner, Hugh's widow, backs up this claim. Hugh Hefner's widow backs up this claim that he kept videos of the women having sex with certain people and he kept them as blackmail tools, right? Live on the air with SouFLo.
Being here for the...
Why these weird people calling my phone? There may be many victims of abuse, and they have been silenced by the possibility that explicit photographs of them could be revealed if they start to talk. Former Playboy bunny mother alleges abduction and assault of 2 Playboy bunnies by Don Cornelius. Y'all know who Don Cornelius is, right? So, as reported in Insider magazine, former Playboy bunny mother PJ Maston claims that she was forced to cover up alleged rapes and abductions of 2 newly hired Playboy bunnies who were sisters, and they were in their early 20s. The bunny mother helped manage the bunnies at Playboy Club, and they were often former bunnies themselves. So if he wanted to keep you around as you got too old, you would become a bunny mother. Yes, Don Cornelius of Soul Train, you would become a bunny mother. And the bunny mothers are speaking out. According to Maston, Soul Train host Don Cornelius was involved in an abducting two Playboy bunnies to his home in Los Angeles. While at his home, they were abused and assaulted. According to Maston, this is all trafficking, sex trafficking. All this other stuff is coming out about Playboy Mansion and Hugh Hefner. According to Maston, she was not allowed to report the incident to the police or to take the women to the hospital when they complained to her that they had been RAPD. As she says, her job was to cover up these incidents and to keep them out of the press. She also said to Insider that Playboy founder Hugh Hefner definitely knew about these incidents, claiming that he read each day's security reports. See if there's anything going on around the mansion that could jeopardize their operation. It would be put in the daily security reports, and he would read them. According to the cut, Maston reported seeing up to 40 or 50 instances of sexual assault being covered up. And that's one person. The fact that she is now willing to discuss this openly may mean that cover-ups such as this have reached their expiration date. Are people going to now be willing to come out and talk about what happened at the Playboy Mansion? Right. I'm only giving you half the story, family. Watch this out, right? Let's skip that. Because Hugh Hefner is dead and gone. So obviously, he don't have to worry about being tried. He doesn't have to worry about being dragged into the public eye. He doesn't have to worry about his Playboy Mansion being raided by the agents that raided Diddy's mansions. He doesn't have to worry about all the contents of all his tapes being exposed like they're doing to Diddy right now, right? Right. Let's move over then. By the way, Playboy today has rebranded, renamed itself, and is still in business, and the estate is valued at $64 million today. Abercrombie and Fitch, the former CEO of Abercrombie and Fitch, who stepped down when he started being accused of these things. Abercrombie and Fitch, former CEO Mike Jeffries, was indicted on sex trafficking charges in October of 2024. Around the same time Diddy got into his problems, right? The indictment detailed allegations of Jeffries along with his partner Matthew Smith and another associate, James Jacobson, recruiting young men for sex events between 2008 and 2015. These allegations brought forth by the Department of Justice. Jeffries, it accuses Jeffries of using his position and his influence to exploit vulnerable young men, some of whom were aspiring models. If you're a young youth aspiring to be a model and Abercrombie and Fitch CEO says, hey, what are you doing working at this dollar store? I mean, we just popped in here to get a couple of pens. You know, we're on the road, but I couldn't pass you up. You don't need to work here anymore. I got a job for you. You need to come with us. I can have you on the runway by this weekend in Paris, modeling for Abercrombie and Fitch. That was always a pickup line. Recruitment process. Jeffries, Smith, and Jacobson allegedly recruited these young men, often aspiring models, under the guise of potential modeling opportunities with Abercrombie and Fitch and other career benefits. Their deceptive practices. The incident alleges that the defendants misled these young men about the true nature of the events, which involved coerced sexual acts. Coercion and manipulation. The defendants allegedly created an environment of coercion and fear making the men believe that non-compliance could harm their career or harm their lives. Non-disclosure agreement. All these young men were allegedly forced to sign non-disclosure agreements and to surrender their personal belongings during these events. Drug facilitation. The incident alleges that Jeffries and Smith directed others to inject these men with an erection-inducing substance to facilitate sexual acts. Bodily integrity violation. Jeffries and Smith are accused of subjecting these men to invasive sexual and violent contact even when they did not or could not consent. I read through the paperwork of the indictment, and there are stories in there of multiple young men who were drugged until they passed out. Drink this. And when they woke up, their butthole was bleeding. One guy said he had a hose hanging out his butt because they were into like very weird stuff, right? All these things. Financial exploitation. Some of these men were paid, allegedly hundreds of thousands of dollars, to participate in some of these sex acts. It is said in the indictment that they had a tier. In order for some of the new guys to get to Jeffries, they would first have to go through Jacobson. Jacobson would do stuff to them first, and they had a saying that I think a golf ball had to be able to go in and out smoothly of the poo-hoo hole. And if the golf ball went in and out smoothly, then that means you're ready to go see Mr. Jeffries. I got to break you in first, though. So Jacobson was responsible for breaking them in. Smith would join in with the breaking in. And eventually, when they were properly broken in and willing to do whatever, then they would be passed to Jeffries. So they had a vetting system in place. These are the paperwork that are out there of them. These people went through the same thing as Diddy, got arrested same time as Diddy. He was able to post $10 million bail and get out and be on house arrest in his mansion. His partner was also able to get out. No, they held his partner. The other guy was able to get out, the assistant. They held his partner because his partner is not from the US. And they said he might be a flight risk because he's a citizen of the UK. Diddy can't get out though. When you read through their stuff, it makes Diddy's stuff look like child's play. So they talk about the recruitment process, the deceptive practices, coercion and manipulation, non-disclosure agreements forced to sign, drugging off, and the things they did to them when some of them were unconscious. Some of them had to be unconscious for certain procedures to happen. I'm learning stuff that there's an injection that goes into the teely that makes it stay up for friggin' ever. It's painful. Some of the guys, in their own words in the indictment, described how they were being used and they couldn't. Like you're falling asleep, but your thingy is still up, and you have to keep going because he wants you to keep going. Like y'all gotta go read it. Y'all gotta go read this. Now, mind you, from my perspective, these are all accusations, right? Because nothing has been proven in court yet. However, check out the accusations. So this falls right on the line of sex trafficking, because some of them were flown to different places, like out of the country, fly them to Paris, fly them to here, fly them to there. A lot of them have confessed or have said in the reports that we just thought we were going to Paris for a runway show. And when we got there, it was a big sex party. And we were expected to perform with multiple partners in this big sex party. You're far away from home. You're 18, 19 years old. And you're thinking, damn, how did I let myself get into this situation? And now you're in fear for your life because you're around some very powerful people. and you're performing, right? Abercrombie and Fitch today is valued at $3.72 billion. You hear nothing. Diddy. In Diddy's case, all we keep hearing about, Don Richards testifies that Usher and other celebrities were present one time when Diddy punched Cassie in her belly. Cassie's best friend is testifying that Diddy hit her with a wooden hanger and they ran and they hid in a ditch. And then a couple of days later, she got a call from Cassie, and Cassie showed up with $30,000 and an NDA paperwork and asked her to sign it. She said she took the $30,000, she signed the NDA, and she never spoke to Cassie again. I don't see the long list of people who are saying, I was exploited, I was taken advantage of, he did this, that, and the other to me in details. Like, even Don is just verifying that he hit Cassie. And then we got threatened not to tell anybody else. Well, why would he have to threaten you not to tell anybody else when you just also testified that he did it in front of Usher and other people? Everybody else saw it, right? Then they release a whole list of faces. They release a whole list of faces of men who were a part of these freak-offs. They said the day they found Diddy, or the day they went to go arrest Diddy, in his hotel room, they found $9,000 in cash, and they found baby oil, and they found substance that looked a pink powdery substance that when tested, it obviously was made up of illegal substances like cocaine. But we know the story about the pink cocaine, right? That they said that Young Miami was the one that introduced him to it and used to be his runner. She'll go get it for him because she had the connection. These are accusations that we're repeating, right? I'm still not hearing the charges. I'm still hearing a domestic situation that was messy. I'm looking yesterday, right? And I see this video right here. It's almost time for us to get out of here. We have 6 minutes left on this live. I'm looking yesterday and I see this video right here. And I thought to myself, wow. Here, look at this video right here. I want you to look really good. Who you see in that video? Look again. That's Diddy, his wife, his children. He's a married man at this time, right? And that's Cassie right there. You know, I said, y'all quick to call some women homewreckers. Messing with a married man, you shouldn't do it. Messing with a married man because he got lots of money and you are a kept woman on the side. So let me know why Cassie gets a pass. Look at her smiling in this video, acting and pretending, I'm not a threat. I don't want your husband. We're not doing anything together. I'm just an artist signed to his label, knowing damn well she just had a freak off with this woman's husband. Shaking my head. And now, years later, she cries victim and says she was forced. Does she look forced to you to be here? Well, I don't think he married Kim on paper. I don't remember if they married on paper, but we called Kim wifey because she was the one that was there, like, right? And everybody referred to her as his wife over the years. So whether there was paperwork or not, she was respected as Puffy's wife, as Diddy's wife, and the mother of his children, and who he was with, and who he lived with. So even if they never married on paper, they were married, right? Cassie, in her own testimony, said she was very jealous of Kim. And then her friend who testified yesterday said the same thing. Cassie was very jealous of Kim. But Cassie said she wanted that position. She wanted that position. She wanted to be more to him than what he had her as. I'm just saying. I look at this from all angles, and I'm still waiting to hear sex trafficking, and I'm still waiting to hear racketeering. Racketeering is what I see when I look at the Playboy mansion. That's racketeering. Racketeering is what I see when I look at the Playboy mansion. The Playboy mansion. I'm going to get this mansion. That man, listen. So when I was living in Brooklyn, right, there was this dude that had an apartment, and he would get his girls to all live in the same apartment. He was pimping. And he said, I keep all my hoes in one house. And then I go over there at the end of the day, check on my hoes, make sure everybody all right. He got his bottom bitch. She takes care of everything. She lays the law down when he's not there. Make sure, check all the other hoes, make sure they in place, make sure they know what the rules of the house are, etc. No guys are allowed to visit. They go out, they work, they bring in a certain amount of money every day, like real life pimping. I knew like personally knew this, right? On a bigger level, you have the Playboy mansion. And Hugh Hefner was able to bring star quality clients. So he didn't have like street hoes. He didn't have like girls who walk the street on drugs looking dirty and you gonna pay $20 for some head. He had the type of hoes that were high-end hoes. Oh, she's young. She just left home not too long ago. Matter of fact, she is in school at the University of XYZ. She is studying whatever she is studying, working on her bachelor's degree in XYZ, you know, and movie star comes over and goes, I'd like to have her for the night. Or he'll go, I'd like to have her for myself. That's what I see. That is racketeering. That is racketeering. They still haven't proven racketeering for me, for Diddy yet. And they still haven't proven sex trafficking for me and for Diddy case either for me yet. What I see is a relationship, again, that lasted too long, that two freaky ass people, that's that. So I guess we'll just keep on hearing more salacious details about Diddy's sex life until the end of this trial. I'm still waiting to hear more. I'm still waiting to hear where I'm like, oh, they got him now for real. I'm not hearing it. I'm not hearing it. Based on the transcript from the testimony so far, I'm hearing X, Ruggs, and DV. Domestic violence, right, Nans? That's what I'm hearing too. I'm hearing a lot of domestic violence. I'm hearing the funny thing about the domestic violence part is this, right? I see people saying, oh, he hit her. When the people who were there say Cassie used to hit him too, nobody says anything. They must be lying. She the only one that got hit. When Cassie herself said, punched him in his face. Punched him in his face for what? Because he said something I didn't like. Oh, so it's okay for you to punch him in the face because he said something. Not he was hitting me and I was fighting back. Punched him in the face. What that tells me is they both did the same types of behaviors. They both did the same types of behaviors. You know those toxic ass relationship you just can't leave. You're addicted to the toxicity and all the stuff that comes with it, and it's bad. And I'm gonna end it one day, and I'm still in it, and I'm leaving, but I'm not going nowhere. But that right there, that's what I see that as for them. Yeah, Lady J say you're not gonna stand up and let someone beat on you. Well, that should justify why Diddy was whooping her ass one of the times then. That was her own testimony, Lady J, not my words. Not my words. She said and understand that they just had a good night out partying. They were coming back from this club. They had a friend following them in a different vehicle behind them. They were going into the hills to this mansion that Diddy was renting out in Hollywood, and they got into an argument, and he said something about her being either a bitch or a hoe or something like that, and she punched him in his face. And then she said she had to like hide under the back seat of the Escalade because he was literally stomping her with his bare foot. I guess he was in there with no shoes on, right? But by her own admission, she initiates violence too. I don't hear sex trafficking. I don't hear racketeering. They still haven't proven nothing. I'm thinking Diddy is gonna walk. That's what I'm thinking. He's gonna walk. But we have to wait to see what else comes out. Now, tomorrow when we meet, we will go over the pictures of the individuals who's, I know some of y'all freaky ass women out here, you're probably already looking up the name of the guy, searching for his dingaling size, because that's what he used to tell Cassie, right? Get the ones with the biggest dingalings. So I see a lot of women in the comment section. I'm trying to find out what size they working with. Y'all do that. We'll bring different types of information tomorrow on these individuals. Who is who was involved, and all that other stuff. And we'll pick up where we left off today. All right? We're going to leave it right there for today. Walk good. Manners and respect to each and every one of you tuning in. I appreciate you greatly. I'll see you tomorrow morning right here. Like my grandmother, Miss Ruby, said, be good. And if you can't be good, be careful. And my grandfather, Mas Clevey, said, I'll see you tomorrow if God spare my life. If God spare my life, which I know God will, because it ain't my time no time soon. All right, I'm out. Peace.